Boomstick. There it is. Hey, everybody. I am a professional. Hi from Germany. Hello, Sabine. Hello, Smug. Hello, Horse and Rider. Hello, Rocky. Guten Tag. Guten Abend. Guten middle of the day. What time is it in Germany? Was ist die Uhr? I'm a member and got this notification in time. Well, I mean, I scheduled it 3 hours ago, so I guess maybe that's the thing I need to do. Ah. Hello, Mads. Hello, Adrobita. Hello, Lana Designer. Hello, Idiot Witch. Hello, Curvey. Hello, Kuto. I'm gonna get this. Kultenin Hamsteri, Kultur. I got it. I'm just gonna pretend like I said it correctly. Hello, I learned to save the wrong species. Sengi. Sarah. From the UK. Anne. Oh, the cynical dude's fat acceptance girl. I think it's the woman trying to sue him. I don't know about that. Hello, Cat Whisperer. Hello, person whose name is in Cyrillic. Hello, the other Sabine. Hello, Ruby. Hello, BJ. Wait, you're the same Sabine. It's 9 p.m.? That's not bad. 9 p.m.'s not terrible. Let's get this to pop out. Pop out chat. Knock that down. This over. Put it back on live chat. Bonk. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm coming to you, doing my Unabomber impression again, apparently. So, only the best. Only the best. I think that's the chat window. Yes. Chat window. I am waiting for a video to finish rendering sometime this year. We'll see. But other than that, I don't really have a whole lot going on. So. YouTube professionals, right? YouTube. You guys mocking me? Do we not have sound? Ah, we have sound. Ha 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 ha. Or at least it says I have sound. Well, you can tell I'm sick because my face is all puffy. Speaking of puffy, hang on. Go do this. It works better if I use the puff they gave me, but it's pretty good. Considered. Anyway, there you go. Beautiful. Boom, rosacea gone. Magic of elf. It is not as puffy as Amber's, no. But that's because I'm not gaining weight. Got to plug a few things in. I don't know where my phone is. Oh well. What else we got? I don't really have it. See, so what I thought is we'd watch some other reactors. Oh, also, if you can hear my washing machine in the background, I apologize. Yeah, that's the, this is the Elf Halo Glow powder filter pressed powder. It's backwards. This is the, pale ass bitch color. What is this? What color is this? Fair, neutral, cool. I like it. It's okay, but here's the thing with Elf. All of their stuff seems to run with a yellow hue, and I've got like a pink undertone. So I just wish they would make some fair, neutral, cool colors that also have like a pink undertone to them, because it works, but give me the power. Ah, yes! I have a couple new mods. Wait, oh wait, I don't have, but Ali hasn't been made a mod yet. Add as moderator. I think. Wait, which one do you need? Manage block words. Yeah, you don't need to do that. You don't get to say which words are what. Who else do I need to get? I think I have everybody now. Mammy's here, Adriana's here, Allie's here, Emma's here, Benny's here. Benny and the Jess. I bet you never got that growing up. Mike McSkyted. I haven't seen you in a minute. Robin. Finland. It's 22 in Finland. Minus 12. 10? Did you leave the Discord? I didn't mean to. I'm still here. Nope, Samgi's asking me about telling me about lymph gurgling. Let's see. Intracranial hypertension, also known as pseudotumor cerebri. I was diagnosed with it and needed to get a spinal tap, pull band, to lower the pressure in my head. I could hear gurgling through my neck and head. It isn't because of obesity, but it can be relieved by losing weight. Well, that's mildly terrifying, like Night Owl says there. So, no, I'm still there. Hey, Andrew's here. Andrea is here. Sorry. Midori. I'm just scrolling up. Did I say hi to Ruby? Yes, I did, because you were making fun of me. Try the Tier pressed powder. It's a K-beauty brand, and it's amazing. Okay, but is it cheap? And can I get it in a drugstore? Because that's kind of what Elf has going for it. Yellow tone makes me look gray and sick. Well, I have like an olive color. It depends on what part of my face you're looking at. Use promo code anthropologist. Yeah, seriously. Dear Elf, if you would like to collab, let me know. Go moonbathing as teenagers. Have I tried the Langy powder? I don't think so. I will abuse the power. I have the power. You're kind of the plebes. You guys don't actually have to fear Allie. She's going to be a very judicious and benevolent mod. It's actually her first time being a mod, so it'll be nice. I don't have my headset on, so I'm not yelling. I've noticed. I'll turn my headset on when I get something to listen to. Good in remission. Good job. I didn't realize that was like a thing. So is it like an actual cancer? What did you call it? Reading comprehension. Yeah, tumor. Pseudotumor. How is it a pseudotumor? Tumor. I mean, is it or isn't it a tumor? It's not a tumor. I will add the wrench icon with an iron fist. Man, I wish I could do that, though. That'd be kind of cool. There's Rocky. There's K-Buns. Hey, Una. I always got for Rimmel. We do have Rimmel, actually, and I've used a couple of Rimmel's products. What did I get? I have this really great... I still have it. It's like old as fuck. I should probably get a new one, honestly, because it's so old. This is really great, like, brick red, high shine lip gloss. A lipstick, I guess. I should get a new one because it's kind of tacky. Anyway. Love the shit out of that stuff. And I know it's a like regular color they carry because they always have it when I go in. But yeah, I do like the Rimmel stuff. So I usually wear it in the fall because it's very gothy in my opinion. No fake cancer in the brain. Okay, well, I mean, if you're gonna do cancer, I guess do fake cancer. Ruby says I'm half Mexican and I still need the fairest shade possible. Generally don't know what actual pale people do and how they cope with orange makeup. It's a pain in the ass is what it is. Like when I was growing up, I was like roughly paler than the shade of white on paper. Like I was pale. I did not go outside. Because I had like the whole goth thing. I was like, oh, I must be white. It was a thing. They used to sell, who was the company? You could only buy it at Hot Topic. Who was the makeup brand? It's skulls on everything. Big surprise. What was the name of that brand? Anyway, they made a white foundation and a white setting powder. And it was white. It was like clown makeup white. So, and yes, I wore it. It acts like a tumor. You know what? Medical people know what the hell they're talking about. I figure if it looks like a tumor and it quacks like a tumor, it's probably a tumor, but apparently not always. Hey, Tea with Unicorns is here, so is Rex with Dragons, and I am not caught up with the chat. There we go. Idiot Witch. It wasn't a tumor for me. I think it was a pseudo because the pressure? Oh, so pressure was acting like a tumor. That kind of makes sense. Oh, sorry, Sangi. All right, yeah. New topic. All right, we got... Sorry, everybody. What do we got? I was thinking about scratching my nose so everyone could see it. So, where are we going? Go back to the actual YouTubes. I know, my channel is very impressive, and I enjoy looking at it, but... So, there's a real quick one from Lindsey, not Glitter and Lasers. She's talking about Glitter and Lasers. Oh, Amber's got a new one? Oh yeah, this 35-minute monstrosity. We can watch that too, I suppose. All right, so here's the thing. Let's see, there's Colin. Does Beck have anything? Already did that one. Science and sarcasm. I'm warming up. Oh, wow, that's an hour and a half. Wow, taking a page out of my book. Good for you. Damn, girl. All right, let's do this. We will watch a tiny bit of Science and Sarcasm. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing for obvious reasons. But I am trying to get into Science and Sarcasm. Nothing personal. I'm just trying to get into it. Glitter's got... What have you got going on, girl? Does she not care how stupid she looks? Apparently not. Oh, Lexus posted something. 6 days ago. 6 days ago, Lexus posts a video about Amber Lynn calling her fat. Really? From 6 days ago. Really? I feel like there's Rachel. I don't know which one to watch. Hmm. Hmm. Look at her videos. Fit and full fat. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Go back. There we go. That worked. Video for you. You know, this makes reacting to things really kind of difficult when y'all start making long content. Good for watching, hard for reacting. That was probably annoying. I apologize. Fit and Full Fat's got this interesting one. What is psychotic manipulation? So that's kind of interesting to watch. I think. What else do we have? Jimmy Bunker. That's from 2 years ago. Come on now. Finally helping Mr. Snowflake again. Oh, it's just his shorts. Are they sharing the same shirt now? Best is best is. All right, what do we got? Nope, that's not what we had. Right, there we go. The Narc Alert covered the newest. I would rather not watch that. Also, I was there for the live, so. How do I get my hair half colors? Well, Emma, it's called being 40. My hair went gray when I was. Ooh, when did my hair go gray? It started going gray when I graduated high school, but just like little tiny grays. And then I have like what you're seeing. This is all gray. This is just silver. And I dye my hair, obviously. But this is just the different color. This is just the hair taking the color differently. This is all the same color. It's just, this is my normal color. I have a very dark hair color. And then this is the silver. It's just how it takes differently on the different colors of hair. So it's technically natural. I did used to dye my hair 2 different colors in the most asinine way possible, where I would have the top half I would have up, and I had it my natural color, and then the under part I had bleached, and then I dyed it like Ronald McDonald red. It was red. I loved it, but it was really hard to maintain. So that's how I do that. I'm so pale I make milk look tan. Yeah, exactly, Tracy. Is Rosie still offline? Yes. As far as I'm aware, she is still offline. Now, she might be in her Discord, so that's entirely possible, but I'm not a member of her Discord. So all right, let's see. Nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Anna still no, Anna still does not understand why people are mad at her for the bagel video. No. Let's engage with the audience. What to watch? All right, we've got science and chasm. Sinks and sarcasm. Let's try that again. There we go. Science. We got science and sarcasm. Amber believes in the universe but doesn't believe in the moon. Plus weekly vlog reaction. We got Lindsey. Lindsey, I should say. What else we got? Oh, do it. Do it. Lex. Might get to that eventually anyway. All right. I mean, given time, we will watch maybe a little bit of all of these, because some of these are much shorter than others, but Rachel. If we watch Rachel, though, we're probably going to watch the That's Unhinged video. Yeah. Going over Amberlynn Reed's Unhinged Moments tier list. Because I've already gone over Amberlynn Reed as being exposed. That's actually the video I'm waiting to finish rendering. And then... Nope, stop it. I can only have 4 options? Nah. Alright, well then we're taking Lex off. Full fat. Come on, man. I want 18 options. It's a poll. All right, anyway, so there's your options. If we do fit in full fat, we'll do what is psychotic manipulation and Amberlynn Reed case study. So these all sound really interesting. They're also they're all like an hour at least long. So what we will probably do is just kind of like, well, all of them except the Lindsey one are really long. Lindsey's is only like 8 minutes. So what we'll probably do is just kind of like dip in for like 10, 20 minutes on each video. See how long I can go without talking. You know, because these are just reactors that I'm enjoying watching. I do Colin with his 2 wrongs don't make a right. These influencers are fighting, talking about Alan and, yep, Glitter. So, but I need to finish his mysofacial release. I'm like 2/3 of the way through it because I kept watching it. So I need to finish it, but I don't know. I guess we could have done that. But anyway. J-Bay, yeah, I don't know what's going on with J-Bay. So as far as I'm aware, J-Bay's still offline. I was looking at Politics or whatever his name is. The guy I was originally watching. And he has a screenshot from some comment. I don't know if it's a DM or a comment, but somebody was claiming that their son was in court when J-Bay got arraigned, and they were claiming that they knew why J-Bay was arrested. I don't know. It's a little too secondy, 30 handy for me. So it's a little too unreliable for me. But if it is true, you know. But as far as J-Bay, that thing, use henna indigo mixture. I used to use henna on my hair, actually. It's not a bad thing. It's just henna doesn't really do real well on... I don't have gray hair. I have white hair. And henna doesn't do well on the white hair. Yeah, like Rogue from X-Men. It looks a lot like Rogue from X-Men if I let it grow out. Yeah, it's not intentional. I mean, I like the overall effect, and I need to touch my roots up, but yeah, it's not... is what it is. If I wanted it to look all one color, I'd have to buy 2 different colors. So... And I am, I'm lazy. I had a coworker ask me where I got my silver highlights from. Aww. Hey, silver is like a thing right now. People are really into it. The fake gray and the silver. I was kind of tempted to let it grow out, but like, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it. So. Anna's trying to twist Bagelgate. You know, who was it that made the point in... I think it was Allie, actually, made the point in the Discord that had we all just titled our videos, Anna mocks children and harasses small businesses when we did the Bagelgate videos, she wouldn't actually be able to do this right now. So, good point. We should have... If we'd had the foresight to know that Anna would be doing this shit, we would have done that, I think. Hey, Teddy Pig. Cool name. Annie. What else did I miss? But yeah, I have no intention of letting her have Bagelgate. She wants to keep throwing that out there and making it about what she thinks it's about. I have no problem showing the video and letting people see firsthand what the fuck Bagelgate's actually about. You say Jar is still in custody? Every time she eats a bagel, she must think of it. She probably does, Emma. Quit trying to make Bagelgate happen, Anna. Trying to get caught up. Sorry, guys. Tiny grays. If only they were blue. Did I ever do a reaction to what Alona says? Oh, have I ever directly reacted to Alona? I've used videos from Alona because she gets clips of things, but I don't think I've ever directly I don't really have anything... Like, I don't have anything to critique her on. So, there's that, but like... I mean, yeah, I could do that. I could do conversations with, well, quote unquote, conversations with Alona. Alan wants to debate Colin? Why? Please do not let that happen. No offense to Alan, but... No offense to Alan. It's... Who put that thought into Alan's head? Wow. That's a terrible idea. Wow. I just have an image of someone beating a baby seal, and the seal is Alan. Why do people want to debate each other like that? Like, what's he going to debate Colin on? Neither of them are medical doctors. What are they going to debate about? Yeah, idiot, which the only thing I want to talk about JBay about is about the past fat acceptance stuff. That's all I want to talk about with JBay. I don't know enough about the current situation. I don't want to get into it. You're waiting on Colin stuff until you have a long period of spring. Well, he's got like 2 short videos out now. So I think he's trying to put shorter things out. Shorter by, they're only a half hour as opposed to 3 hours. Colin. Actually, his last one's only 2 hours, so. Was I a ginger before? Not a proper ginger, but I was a redhead. My partner is a proper redhead. He's a ginger. Are we covering Colin versus Alan? It's not really Colin versus Alan, though. It's just Colin pointing out that, I mean, if we watch this, I'm not on Alan's side. Just rock the skunk strip. Yeah, well. Hey, Dimpled Skeptic. He'll fight among COVID and his supplements. The thing is that like Colin didn't even say anything about his supplements. So, well, he did mention them, but he was like, you know, he just mentioned that like the supplement field is kind of the Wild West, and so, you know. And we must remind Anna that she showed great immaturity in that whole video, not just the bagel. Yeah, no. I think what I want to do for the Bagelgate Redux is I think I just want to go through the Bagelgate video and just kind of clip out all of the highlights, just to kind of drive home the point that she's an insufferable child. JBay is in a bit of a mess right now. Alan was actually respectful with his comments about Colin. Well, that's good. It's like, that's my biggest fear. Colin mentioned several things he did not agree with Alan on, and I felt like Colin was being pretty nice about it. I mean, the things that Colin points out about Alan's stuff is the same things that I have problems with. And the fight between Alan and Anna, I mean, is it really a fight, or is it just Anna's being a dumbass? Because I really feel like it's just Anna's being a dumbass. So, for me, Colin did mention a few things. Oh, wait, you already read that one. All right. Alan took it as Colin v. Alan. Colin's not really going after Alan, though. He was just kind of pointing out that, well, yeah, like 2 wrongs don't make a right. Did I have Colin on here? Colin commented about Alan using the term experimental gene therapy. Yeah, because it's not experimental gene therapy. Yeah, no, Alan is very charged about the COVID shots. Yes, he is. I don't know, Allie. I would like to think Alan wouldn't do that. That's my fear, but I would like to think in a situation where, I mean, if Alan really is being cordial about it, I would hope that the two of them could stay cordial, because I don't see, Colin might surprise me, but I doubt seriously Colin would resort to that. Alan's been anti-COVID since COVID started, so that's where the COVID thing came from. What makes him so rough? What makes him so rough when Alan at what time was overweight? What? You're gonna have to reword that one, Liam. Sorry. Both Alan and Colin have both been overweight, and both Alan and Colin have both lost weight. Alan clearly much significantly went, he went much more on the health route. Colin's just lost weight, right? But Colin has lost a significant amount of weight. He's talked about it in his earlier videos. I saw the video of Anna dancing through the Lindsey video, which if we watch Lindsey, it looks like we're going to. Lindsey talks about the shoes that Anna's in. There's a really scary moment there. I was like, I didn't even think about the shoes. You do kind of like the Bagel Babe shirt? Anna's just being a dumbass, yeah. It was Colin's chat that was so negative and hateful towards Al. Yeah, okay, well. Yeah, that's the problem there. Well, Alan calls himself the angry bald man, so. Alan was supposed to be talking about the comments under the video. He's nothing against Colin. Well, okay, then that's a whole other situation. Colin also mentioned that there's people in his comments who are trying to insinuate that somehow Colin is insinuating that lipedema itself. They're either saying that he is saying lipedema does not exist, or that Anna does not have lipedema, and Colin has never at any point said either of those things. So I don't know where people are getting that shit from either. So, I'm very fortunate that my audience doesn't pull that kind of crap. But I think Colin does have oh no. Well, all right. I was going to say, I think Colin has a larger audience than me, but he doesn't. He's almost the same as me. So, I don't know. I guess I'm just fortunate then. But yeah, if Alan's taking umbrage with Colin's commenters, I don't know what to do about that one, honestly. You know what I miss about COVID was when I wasn't forced to socialize. It was so nice here. All the streets were empty. It was quiet. You could walk for miles. There was no cars. It's great. I see it devolving into Alan just yelling about how Colin is fat, not fit, and Colin just being like, "Okay." I mean, I don't know if they can stay cordial. Like I said, if Alan really is approaching, because I think Alan could stay cordial. I think part of Alan's shtick is an act. I like to think that, because I just don't see you walking around with that much rage all the damn time without your heart exploding, because that's just a lot of rage. So I think part of his stuff is just an act, honestly. But I know he is very adamant about his opinions on the Rona and all that stuff, so. So if that's the debate he wants to have, I just don't want to watch it, honestly. Colin has lost 100 pounds. Yeah, I think Colin's lost, I forget how many he said, but he's lost a good chunk himself. He was once overweight, so why so tough on the present people that are overweight now? Which one, Colin or Alan? Alan does go in pretty hard on overweight people, but that, again, I think that's just part of Alan's shtick. You have the same copper. Isn't it pretty? I need to polish it. And when I first pulled this out of the box, it was just like, whoa. It's so gorgeous. It was quiet, but you had to go to work. Yeah, well. Yeah, he doesn't strike me as the type to do that. Land designer. I don't watch a lot of Alan. He's a little too rough for me. Doesn't mean I don't agree with some of the things he says. He's just a little too rough for me. But what are we doing today? Are we doing this or that? We'll start off. Like I agree with his points. I just don't like the way he makes them. This is kind of where I was going with that. Hey, Theo's here. Don't actually see Alan Colin. He isn't the one. Colin's not, well, I haven't seen like a full body shot of Colin, but I don't need to either. But I mean, Colin's probably mildly overweight, but compared to what he says he used to look like, and he's shown pictures, I think. I don't think he's fat. He's like me, I think, at this point. I think he's like overweightish, but I don't think he's fat. I think the debate on the use of GLP-1s versus the supplements that Alan promotes would be good. I don't know. I mean, again, I don't really remember Colin going in on Alan's supplements. I remember Colin mentioning the two main active ingredients in Alan's supplements, and they're both like they do have some studies that do show that they are effective against certain things, but you know, are they as effective as Alan claims they are? I don't know. I've taken No Morbidity, and the other one, I forget what it is, Alchemy or something like that. I didn't really notice anything, but that's me. Again, I think I mentioned this last time. But I know there's some people in here who do take them and they like them. So, you know, it's just a individual basis kind of a thing. I think one of the main active ingredients for No Morbidity is berberine. So, but I also know that berberine is one of those, like, you're either receptive to it or you're not. So, you know, one of those things. Oh, well, I didn't know about that one, Moira. Hey, Doris. Well, they aren't FDA regulated. I mean, Colin saying true things is not Colin attacking Alan. saying things aren't FDA regulated is not a lie. Colin explained the Gila monster and how I can become the lizard queen. True. Very true. Very, very true. Yeah, the Gila monster thing is a little weird. I don't know why Alan's still on that one. You take alchemy, but you have weird bullet. Is alchemy the one with the berberine in it? Anyway, I've tried both of them. I took them together in tandem. I took them for like 3 months because I was like, 1 month isn't going to be enough. So I took them for about 3 months. Didn't really notice anything. That's true. That's true, Allie. You will gain the ability to bite people and poison them with your saliva. Actually, I don't know what the hell Gila monsters do. I think I'm getting them mixed up with what are those other ones? The other lizards. Which ones are Gila monsters? Gila. There it is. Yeah, I think I'm right. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. The species, they are venomous. They are venomous. The species of venomous lizards that are native to the southwestern U.S. Yep. Sonora? Is that the one I keep fucking up? It's a heavy, slow-moving reptile up to 56 centimeters long and is the only venomous lizard native to the U.S. Wow. Its venomous close relatives, the 4 bearded lizards, all former species, inhabit Mexico, and that's Guatemala. The Gila monster is sluggish in nature, so is not generally this dangerous. I can read, I swear. And very rarely poses a real threat. I have no glasses. Fabulous. The humans, however, it has a fearsome reputation and is sometimes killed despite the species being protected by state law. I mean, it's venomous, but what are we talking about? Is it like neurotoxin? Is it like dissolving your skin? Is it going to make you sick? Does it give you a slight fever? Like, Is it going to kill you? They're kind of pretty. Got him. Here we go. Pioneers believed a number of myths about the Gila monster. No, not the pioneers. Gila monster produces a venom and modified salivary glands at the end of its lower jaws, much like a snake. Toxicity, that's what I want to know. The venom of a Gila monster is normally not fatal to healthy human adults. One fatality has been confirmed since 1930, and on February 16th, 2024, and the rare fatalities recorded before 1930 occurred in adults who were intoxicated by alcohol or who had mismanaged the treatment of the bite. So don't drink and mishandle Gila monsters. All right. Poor Gila monsters and their bad breath. They have to chew. What is the one I'm thinking of that, like, it's basically, it lets food rot in its mouth, and because of that, like, it's not actually venomous. It's just the bacteria in its mouth is so raunchy that if it bites you, it basically infects you with raunchiness. All of the above. Wait, are we doing this? Is Allie now the queen lizard? I am too sluggish most of the time. I'm not a threat. But I could be. Alright, we're gonna go do Lindsey. That's an 8-minute video. Who won what? Oh, nope. Fit and Full Fat just came in second. Alright, let's do this. Let's go watch Lindsey, and then we'll switch over to Fit and Full Fat, because the Lindsey video is... End this now. I think I've run my mouth enough. Lindsey, or Science and Sart, or wait a minute. Fit and Full Fat just came in first, so we're gonna go watch Lindsey. Then we'll go watch Fit and Full Fat. Who came in next? Then we'll do some Science and Sarcasm, and then we'll do some Rachel. And if you guys still aren't tired of me yet, then we'll go watch Colin. What are we doing first? Where's Lindsey? That's Lex. We don't care about that. Not that one. That's Rachel. There we go. All right. The setup so you guys can see it. Stop doing that. Stop it. A very, very bad tutor. Damn. Hit play so I can see it, so it's getting the sound. There we go. All right. Pull up the chat so I can read it. Here we go. Don't drink and handle rattlesnakes either. Well, I mean, yeah, that kind of... Ah, Komodo dragon. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yes, thank you. With the bacteria spit. Yeah. Another reason to procrastinate. You never get tired of me. Oh, well. You don't live with me. Look, it, like, literally, I was like, oh, Lindsey, and then it immediately popped. Like, it was like the very last second. Lots on the docket this stream. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. All right. Chat behave while I'm putting away groceries. See you. Give you power, Allie, and then you immediately leave. All right. I'm not going to speed it up. It's only 8 minutes. It's not that bad. Let's go. So we'll take all the lives.
Well, hello there. I am back.
This bagel cracks me up.
Glitter and laser
I miss it when she puts the big lips on the bagel, though. That's my favorite.
is out here trying to cash in on Bagelgate.
This is like the worst. I'm going to read this, but she will also read it to you. I just want to read this because I want to see if I can get through it. She had a hard time reading it. But I always get such a joy out of reading Anna's writing because, like, between her inability to grammar check her shit and my dyslexia, it's always fun. Let's see. Anna says, last year before my first surgery, while I was dozing off meds to prep for anesthesia, and as a result, a total emotional mess. Yep. I cried over a bagel. The trolls of the internet. Yes, that would be me. I need a troll. I need a troll mask or like one of those troll wigs. That's what I need. Lost their dang minds and went in hard. Did I, though? Did I go a little hard on that one? Did I? I know they thought all the videos made of how awful I was for crying over said bagel would hurt me. Nah, wasn't about the bagel, baby. Or make people hate me. No, not trying to do that either. Instead, I thought it was freaking hilarious. Did you? Did you though? And literally the dumbest reason anyone ever been mad at me. Okay. She has to do this on purpose. This has to be intentional. The way she writes, this has to be intentional. I'm a proud bagel babe. Cool. Sometimes you just need to get your emotions out, and sometimes that happens over a bagel. Brunchy Club? What is this shirt from, anyway? Bagel Babe. What is that? I can see the NYC, but I can't read the other initials because I don't have glasses. Yes, I do. They're just not my cool ones. Ooh, and they're filthy dirty. Brunch Club. Anyway. Laz. I have a troll doll called Buster. I haven't had a troll doll in a hot minute. The third retelling of the situation. Yeah, you know. Every time she retells it. Yeah, right. If Anna was so unaffected, why did she block users with the words tiny and blue in them? I still feel like apologizing to anyone who happens to have an account with the words tiny and blue in them who got blocked. Yeah, she sucks at spelling for someone who writes everything. Seriously. I write better than she does. I have a legitimate reason. What is that? Is BX Bronx? Are my New York people here? Is that what that means? Hey, Nervy's here! I need a troll doll holding a bagel. You are correct. I do. How sad that her content needs to include Bagelgate. I wonder why she's bringing Bagelgate up. Now I really do look like an old woman. I need my knitting needles. I wonder why she's bringing Bagelgate up now, though. Like, is her content... The only thing I can think is, like, engagement has dropped, and she's bringing it back up again because she got quite a bit of attention from it. But, like, other than a couple few people who are just won't let it die because we refuse to be told that we're wrong, because we're not. Ah! That's right. I did promise Zomboid. Sorry. Let me let this play and I'll get Zomboid set up.
How dare you, ma'am? How dare you? Bagelgate is ours, okay? You can't take this from us. Anyway, so
technically Bagelgate's Anna's. Anna did technically hashtag Bagelgate. I think it was Colin that pointed that out. Anna is the one that was like, this is Bagelgate. So that actually technically belongs to Anna.
Last year, before my first surgery, while I was dosing off meds for... I cannot read what she writes.
It's fine. Neither can I.
Last year, before my surgery, while I was dosing off meds...
It is so fun watching normal or listening to normal people try to read her shit. Because I'm like, I don't feel as bad. But I just want to point out the amount of trouble you're having reading Anna's little paragraph here. That's what it's like all the time for me. And I have to double check shit and be like, no, that's right. That's Anna. That's not me. That's Anna this time. Just point that out.
To prep for anesthesia. And as a result, a total emotional mess.
God, 42.6?
Something needs fixed in that sentence. I cried over a bagel. The trolls, hello Anna, of the internet lost their dang minds and went in hard. I know they thought all the video that made of how awful I was crying over said bagel would hurt me.
Huh?
Ma'am, can you please check your stuff for grammar?
Never change.
Okay, let's try this again. The trolls of the internet lost their dang minds and went in hard.
Did we though?
I know they thought all the videos made of how awful I was for crying over said bagel would hurt me or make people hate me. Okay? Instead, I thought It was freaking hilarious and literally the dumbest reason anyone
I don't
ever
think you did, though.
been mad at me.
Bagelgate, yeah.
I'm a proud bagel babe. Sometimes you just need to get your emotions out, and sometimes that happens.
You know, random. For somebody who doesn't want to get sucked into girl world, you keep showing up. Get sucked into girl world. Does the grammar mean she gets sort of longer engagement bonus while people try to read it? Maybe? I don't know. The thing I have noticed about her, when going over her old blog and just looking at the stuff she puts out now, her grammar and the spelling, she doesn't F up the bagels are tier worthy. To be fair, the right bagel. Her grammar and her spelling seem to get worse the more agitated she gets about things. And the more like spontaneous she is about putting this stuff out. So when I see that she's got a post like this or on Threads when she posts something and it's just like riddled with that kind of shit, it tells me that she put it out real fast, which means she wasn't thinking about it. Anna likes to post real fast and she likes to act without thinking. And then she tries to do, like, if this hasn't been deleted yet, I'll be surprised if it makes it. I'm pulling it up. Pulling up the zombies. Hang on. We're getting there. But anyway, so I don't think it's an intentional engagement thing. I think it's more of Anna's knee-jerk reacting to something and she wants to get it out faster than she should, so she's not taking the time to check it like she should. So, because Anna can write correctly when she wants to. I mean, shit, she held down a corporate job for almost a decade and a half, 12 years or something like that. So she can do it. She just doesn't. And I got hair on my lips. Want me some hairy lips. All right. As soon as it finishes loading, I will switch over. Actually, let's switch over now. I'm going to let Lindsey play.
Over a bagel. Ma'am, please check your posts for grammar. Let me read the sentence to you again. I know they thought all the videos made of how awful I was for crying.
Which? Peace.
Huh? I don't think you're supposed to chase your pain meds with vodka. I don't know if that's happening. Allegedly,
vodka.
I don't know. I'm just
a little bit bigger.
Throwing it out there. Her shirt says Bagel Babe. Okay, I want to point your attention to her shoes.
This is interesting. The shoe thing is actually pretty interesting. Only because I never thought about it before. And until Lindsey, I don't know how many of you know Lindsey's background, but Lindsey is a fitness, and I don't know if she's an instructor or if she's like, I think instructor is not the word I'm looking for. Trainer. She's a trainer. So she would know this kind of stuff. So that's why when she starts talking about the shoes, I perked up a little bit because I was like, oh, Lindsey knows what she's talking about. Anyway.
She is wearing the Hoka mattress shoes. Okay. It looks like her feet are floating on a mattress. And I'm just going to tell you right now, Glitter.
All right, let's see.
You might be too big for those shoes.
That's video. That's the game.
When you wear those giant mattress shoes like that.
That's for the, that's right.
They don't have a lot of side-to-side stability. They have a lot of cushion for the pushing. Not the kind of pushing you want. But they have a lot of cushion on the bottom of your foot. But the side to side, not so much. Now let's watch the video of her in these shoes. Pay attention to her feet.
Okay, so there's me. There's the game.
Okay, she's swaying. She's swaying. Right. See that? See that side to side action? This girl.
Boy, she sure showed me by swinging her ass in my face. Boy, I feel put in my place. All right. Anyway, click to start.
Girl gonna roll an ankle. this girl is gonna roll an ankle. Okay. Those mattress boat shoes don't have enough side to side stability, girl.
Yeah,
you need a better shoe. This ain't it. Okay. Also, the crying over the bagel, you know, it didn't make me mad at you. And the goal wasn't to make people hate you. Okay. The bagel video made me laugh at you because it showed how
See, that's the reaction.
What's the word? Entitled,
shallow, zombie,
fake,
well,
inauthentic,
the character anyway.
Crybaby you are. How much of a crybaby you are? There, that's better grammar. You cried over a bagel, and I get it.
Upstairs?
Life is hard. Things are hard, but you had nothing in that moment to cry about.
I don't
Okay.
think I went upstairs.
At least not in the sense of like, let's put it on the internet and get ass pats for it. I just don't like when influencers show
I know where I'm going.
like parts of their lives and they're like, oh, this is okay, we get it. Life is hard for everyone. People like me, you know, the peasants, we come to the internet to be entertained. You know, we come to the internet to learn new things, to you know, let's try to keep positive. I know there's a time and place for sad things.
Oh wait.
There's a time and place for emotion and understanding and coming together, but a bagel ain't it, girl. Bagel ain't it. It's just not it. And please, you need to check these posts before you post them. Okay? And as far as making people hate you, no, girl, you did that yourself. And it wasn't just a bagel. And I can't say I hate you. I don't hate you.
I'm like torn.
I just want you to post more fashion. Okay? I'm just very, very small.
Such a
thing
good
I'm asking
spot.
for. We need
get like this really cool
and
greenhouse.
These shoes ain't it. Okay? These shoes? No, I would not wear these. No side to side stability. You're walking on boats. Okay?
Boats but not sunshine
for you.
When did flowers become zombified? This is the new town. I think there's a brand new town. This is Echo Creek Corner. I forget. Anyway, there's a Blair's Petals Paradise. All right, so we're gonna have two separate conversations going on here. Her wobbling on these. I've pointed out before in the past that when she tries to do a little turn, she can't. Her ankle can't support her when she's up on one foot and she tries to do a little turn. Like, she almost always falls over. And I thought it was just me. But with Lindsey pointing this out about the shoes, kind of makes me wonder if it's the shoes. I was going somewhere with this, but you would, considering why she's having the surgeries, you would think that her balance would be getting better, but she's less stable than she was before the surgeries, which kind of, to me, says that she's been doing less of what she claims she's doing, because it just looks like atrophy to me. I am not this person. I'm not what Lindsey does. I'm not a physical instructor. You ask too much, you won't even get a proper fitting bra. Look, all right. Some of us... Hey, Lindsey's here. Right. Yes, I'm also a certified personal trainer and a bachelor's in fitness and science, working on my strength and conditioning certified now. Yes, all right. So the wobbly thingy. Is it the atrophy thing then? It's the shoes. She's large. She needs more stability, not just cushion. Are these also those weird... No, they don't look like that. I was wondering if they were like those rocker shoes that are supposed to be like designed to like, oh, if you walk in them, they'll strengthen your ankle kind of sort of thing. This is why there's different styles of shoes. Yeah, well, and I think Lindsey goes on to talk about how these are some fancy type of running shoe. I don't run, as is very evident every time I get things mixed up on this damn channel and I get reminded. You have a 14 high ankle sprain on your left and a 12. Oh, you have a 1 foot's a 14 and 1 foot's the 12? That has to be a bitch. Orthopedics in all types of shoes. Once ankles roll, they're more likely to roll. Hookah Bondi. Okay. The Hoka shoes, yeah. All right, let me let this play out, and then I'll tell you guys about the zombie game.
Okay, so before you complain about rolling an ankle, I want you to take a look at this video and look at how your ankle is not being supported side to side as you move. Okay, let's take a look again. Watch the ankles.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
You cracked me up.
All 3 engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and
He really does look at
The
that.
lift off of Atlantis on the shoulders of the space shuttle. America will continue.
No, they are those weird rocking shoes, aren't they, though? That's why the heel's so built out like it is. Like the high heel and then the low toe. It's those weird ones where they're supposedly... I don't understand how they're supposed to work, but supposedly if you walk in them, it's supposed to like strengthen your ankles and your calves. But there's no actual science behind it. So... Get fitted. That's true, Allie. She does have flat feet, but so do I, so I can't really say too much about the flat feet. With structure, weight, medical condition. Yeah, Random's got MS too, so Anna doesn't. That's the other part of this. Like, Anna doesn't technically have any conditions that prevent her from being a normal walker kind of a thing, other than just her obesity. So, a good shoe can help a lot. Going from cheap ones to a solid Under Armour walking. I didn't even know Under Armour made shoes. You know, I've seen those shoes that have like those super wide sole. Like the sole looks like you're walking on like a pancake. So, just do it. This is true. Allie, you can go to like the running stores and they'll fit your feet. I mean, Anna went to a running store and she got her feet fitted. What's your excuse? The flat arches as well? Yeah, I used to think I had weak ankles, but it turns out it wasn't my ankles. It was just I have flat feet. Oh, shit, I have the game running. Hang on.
That's not doing a lot for you, girl. It's just not. I think you need to invest in some more stable shoes. I know
like
Hokas are bright
so
and
I can
pretty
actually
and
see what's
fun,
happening.
and all the running girls love them. I'm gonna tell you, people who actually run a ton,
Oh, dang.
it's not their favorite shoe.
Must be tired.
You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a few people out there who like the Hokas.
Yes.
That's fine. But when I've talked to actual people who run a ton and like run competitively, it's not Hokas. Yes, this is what Glitter and Lasers is busy doing. Instead of giving us fashion, she's out here prancing around in boat shoes, rolling ankles, and still talking about bagels.
Oh,
it's funny.
Yeah.
We don't talk about bagels. Well, I guess, memberships on my channels are called Bagel Bites. So if you'd like to support my channel, you can become a Bagel Bite. God.
Better?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, we'll find out.
Anyway, this is amazing. This is amazing. Read the room,
Going to
girl.
die if he's stroking the car. No, but I'm going to get wet.
Anyway,
Great.
you guys have a fantastic day. All right? I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Stopped my run to have a little cry in this beautiful area. And,
Job, kitten. All right. All right, cool. All right, so that's Lindsay talking about the Bagel Gate. So we will have to address said Bagel Gate again. But for those of us who were there, it wasn't about the bagel. I just have such a hard time believing that Anna doesn't understand why everyone reacted so negatively to the New York video. Like, I just find it very difficult to believe that she doesn't understand the real reasons why people were upset with that video, because she's had so many people explain it to her. Like, and I know she watches the reaction channels, obviously. So I don't understand why she wants to keep pressing this narrative that we're all just making fun of her because she cried over a bagel. It isn't the bagel. The bagel was just a little cherry on top that just made that video even more ridiculous. It's the bad behavior. It's the making fun of children. It's the harassing the shopkeeper. It's all the others. It's stripping in the middle of New York, That's what normal people do. What else did she do? Oh yeah, you know, getting pissy because there were other people taking pictures where she wanted to take pictures. What else did she do? Just so much shit. It's just so much happened in such a short clip. And yet she doesn't understand. I guess K-Buns. It's like when everybody went after her for the Target video. Like I don't think she took the Target video down because she actually believes her behavior in the Target video was bad. I think she took it down because she just got tired of people asking her why she was being such a jerk in the Target video. Wore the peach shirt to rage, bagels and potatoes. What is her deal with potatoes? I like potatoes. Uncomfortable Ginger's here. All right. Weird. I wanted to watch that one with Lindsey. I'm glad you're here. I hope that wasn't too uncomfortable. I always manage to do that. I should watch a snowflake video because if I do that, he'll pop in. Maybe I should watch Lex. I wonder if she'll pop in. Who was the second? That was Fit and Full Fat, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. I was going to say she doesn't have chapter breaks. She does, though. This is where I go, She is just kind of a... That's the thing, random. It's like... At least the girls I cover, I'm not covering them because they're overweight. They just all happen to be overweight. I would go after Eugenia, but I can't look at Eugenia. She looks like a Holocaust survivor, and I can't. Anyway, happier topics. All right. I think a few of you have seen me play zombies before. This is Project Zomboid. This is, I guess, 42.6 now. So it's still unstable. So here's my question. So the version Project Zomboid's still technically in beta, apparently. And it's been in beta for like 11 years now. So it's a very playable game. Highly recommended if you like zombie survival games. I think the best description I've seen of this is it's like Sims 1 meets zombie survival, because it's very much like that. I do miss the fucking Survivors mod from 41 though, and they haven't updated it for 42, and I don't like the bandits or the NPC and the bandits mods for this. Anyway, it's a sandbox type of game, which means you can alter it to play the way you want to play it. So you can adjust pretty much every setting in the game. And then there's player-made mods that you can add on to it, and you're encouraged to do that. You can play this vanilla if you hate yourself. So you can do it that way. I'm not gonna lie, I think I tell you guys this every time. This thing's modded out to the max. Akiko here is like absurd. I like playing the game. Random, however, where'd Random go? Random, however, in here was doing a full ass challenge where they were trying to survive 1,000 days in the game and almost made it to 5. No, you made it past 500, didn't you? Or did you just almost make it to 500? But anyway, that's actually pretty damn good. And he didn't play it as softcore as mine. Mine's not that bad though. The zombies are still pretty turned up. I'm trying to figure out how to play for the most part. Because there's new things in the game. There's animals now. So you can I kind of want to start a farm, not gonna lie. Still trying to figure out how plants work. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how you play the fucking game, even though I've been doing this for like a year now. So, but yeah, if you guys ever want to go watch, if Random wants to, actually, let me do that. Because I don't think you can. Sorry, Colin. Random. Can't spell, so this. Hopefully that'll get me where I want to go. Yeah, 1,000 days This is just one of the days. He was live streaming it, so if you want to watch the full-on live stream, you can. He is much better at playing this game than I am. Putting that out there. But this is Random's,
Hey, ladies and gents, it's Drew, also known as Random Plan, and we are back here for my 1,000 Days in Zomboid series. I want to thank you for all the support that you guys have shown, and if you guys would like to be able to show your support, hit that like, ring.
There we go. It's a good channel. This is Random's why I started playing it. You don't want me to put the link in the I don't Great Mighty Community 7 Days to Die. Thousands of hours. You don't want me to put the I won't put the link in if you don't want me to put the link in. We're not gonna watch it. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable, sorry. I'll just until Random says so, I'm just gonna let it go then. Oh, you're just shy. Okay, well never mind then. Anyway. Go check out Random's Random's channel. If you like the zombie game, again, he actually knows how to play the game. So, there you go. He's just being shy, though. It's a good game. And he's started, well, since the character died. That was very traumatic for me, by the way. My poor partner. That was a very traumatic night for me. But anyway, he plays other games, too. It's not just Zomboid. So, there's that. Yeah, he's playing 7 Days to Die now. That's like the big one you're playing. But he's building stuff too? I don't understand that one so much. But like I appreciate the building part of it. Alright. We are going to go watch Fit and Full Fat. There we go. Alright. Fit and Full Fat. Alright, so this is the game that I started playing during the podcast episode because I corrupted my other file because I'm an idiot. I messed with my mods in the middle of the playthrough and it screws up your save file, which again, I'm still learning. How long have I been playing this again? A year? Oh, anyhow. So this is Akiko. The game just randomly generates things. You can make your own, but the game just randomly generates. And I kind of like what it comes up with sometimes. I think they look cool. I do have, like I said, crap ton of mods. I have things that let me carry multiple backpacks. Mostly it's just ease of play things. What else do I have on here? Well, I could have told you until I got ready to tell you. I have some that help with the cooking because I like the cooking aspect of this. You guys will see. Anyway. Kim, be nice. Random's new to all of this, so. Well, Random, you don't understand. Kim is a very petite, like, sharp, pointy finger person. She will get you. She's kind of like your cat. Pat, I have subbed. See, it's a good channel. He plays a lot of good stuff. He's got a great voice. He's got a voice for radio. So I said voice for radio too. All right, anyway, so I'm gonna play this, and I don't know, man. Originally, I was gonna go out to the. We can talk zombies for a minute. It's fine. Come on. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of things to help with the map. Oh, because it's paused. Oh, just let me open the damn map. This game sometimes. One of the mods I have lets me use more map symbols and stuff like that. So, no, that's not it. Originally, there it is. This isn't as far as it looks like it is. So originally, I had gotten the character before Akiko. I'd gotten all the way over here because I was like, oh, there's an island and there's a building on the island. Let's go play island survival because, okay, there's another one right there. Well, there's no swimming and there's no boats. So I got a little lost and then I corrupted my own file. So I think what I need to do, because again, I saw Random do this, I think I need to build a bridge across the water. So I'm hoping they haven't fixed that glitch yet that literally lets you build on thin air, because that's my plan. My new plan is to basically deforest this area. I have sent my fans again to get you. So that's my current plan. Is I'm gonna build across here, take out a slice, and then de-zombie the area, because theoretically they can't swim either, because they have to follow the same, you know, physics that I have to follow. They're not ghosts. So, and then if I need to come back across, I can just put the planks back, you know. I have a thought. But I mean, if I can get over here and I can get some chickens and some cows, pretty much have everything I need, really. Because the chickens lay quite a few eggs. So, yes, piece of advice. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sometimes people... But yeah. Oh, anyway, I basically just want to see if I can do, like, Zombie Island. Just because I've never been over here. I did figure out this is a water treatment plant. And did I get over here? This is a like a hoity-toity campground, and there are a lot of zombies right here. Like I'm like, oh, there's no zombies around me. There's a lot of zombies here, even with my settings. Build stairs up, then bridge over. Do not build straight over. You build floors on water. It becomes dirt. Oh, that's good to know. That is actually good to know, because I can link those. If that's true, I can link those other little islands together then. Ah. Have you been over here? To this area? Yeah, Echo Creek. So that, well, I was in Echo Creek. Yeah, Echo Creek's like here. Give or take. But have you been over to this bigger lake over here before? It's not the big resort. It's not the big resort. It's just like this little lake that's off to the side. You'll see it when I get there, because I have to go past it to get to where I want to be. All right, anyway. Yes, horse and rider. There's chickens. All right, what I want to do, though, is turn on fit and full fat. All right. I'm going to speed her up a little bit. I'm going to speed her up to my normal speed. And if it's too fast, I will turn her down, but... Let's see. She says she's going to discuss Choosy, the lit picking ritual. That's weird. It is and it isn't, but anyway. And Amber's quote-unquote apology. So this is going to go back to the topics that we've been talking about over and over and over again, but I do kind of want to hear her take on it. So. Or, we don't want to watch this. We don't want to watch that.
And one thing that took up a lot of time was this game that she would force me to play called Choosy.
The Choosy game is where, you know, if you have a lot of one item, you gather it up and you have to choose your favorite. But how you do so is you pick two.
Look at you becoming part of the Zomboid world.
You save the favorite and throw away the least favorite, and then you continue going and going and going, and then all the ones you chose the first round go into the second round, and it's like continuous.
And Croc Charms, she would make me play Choosy between Croc Charms, and she didn't even own a pair of Crocs.
Every time I play this game with someone, I always win.
I think we all know that Amberlynn has had some...
I was going to make you guys play Choosy with my slimes. Yes. No. I didn't give them lunch, no. Okay. Sorry. It's lunchtime for the cats. It's past lunchtime for the cats.
Some really bizarre behaviors and some really odd quirks about her.
Because I'm actually allergic to egg yolk. I just got some eggs because I like to have eggs in the morning. The longer I cook the egg, the less likely I will feel sick. I bought a ton of hard-boiled eggs that are already cooked. No, I've never been allergic to eggs.
And of course, she's also had some more serious allegations come against her, but we're not going to be getting into all of that today. After Beck started coming forward and answering some questions on her YouTube channel, which will be linked below, there are a few things that I just cannot wrap my head around. And I know that the Choosy game has already been talked about, so for some of you, this won't be new information. And I know I'm very slow, guys. I'm sorry, I'm trying here. But with this girl, the pace that the team moves is just, I just cannot keep up. But what I haven't seen enough people talk about is what this Choosy game actually means. So today, we'll be talking about this new revelation of the Choosy game, as well as getting into bizarre lint picking behavior, or I guess ritual would be the better way of describing that. And we're going to take a closer look at how Amberlynn systematically breaks down her partners using manipulation, control, and weaponizing her victim mentality. Oh, and she's also psychotic, and her games are psychotic. That's where the title comes from. Anyway, let's first go over what this Choosy game actually is for those of you who aren't as hopelessly addicted to gore world drama as the rest of us, and maybe aren't as up to date. Now, according to Beck, in answering a question about what Amber does with all of her free time, Beck brought up a game that Amber would want to play with them. Or I'm sorry, a game that Amber would force Beck to play with them. And well, let's just hear it straight from Beck.
Okay, so the first question is from someone named Raven Elise, and I actually wonder this as well. Amberlynn is immobile, or close to immobile, during the time that you spent with her during your season. Raven and I would like to know, what does Amberlynn do with all of her time?
This is something that you guys probably already know about her, but it depends on what she's into in the moment. Like, it could be reading and being on her computer for hours upon hours at a time. She would have so many tabs open, and it would just be like YouTube, shopping. She would have her...
Amber needs to learn to code. I mean, for real. Amber needs to do something like, what was that program I used to use? Anyway, she needs to do one of these like online boot camps and like learn to code or something like that. You know, pick up a hobby, like an online skill hobby, something like that. I don't know. She's got the time. I will be happy to hear your latest announcement that you took your cat for a walk, because I thought that was adorable. Random has a orange tabby named Sunny. We're going to talk cats for a minute. And Random got a cat stroller for Sunny. So I got to fix my chicken coop. I wish I could have chicken. Well, okay. I think I wish I could have chickens, but I know they're kind of like effort too. And I know I'm a very lazy person, so. But I'll definitely check the announcements after this now. All right, anyway. I think Amber should like take up coding or something like that.
Her personal journal that she would write in open. I don't know, sometimes I didn't even know because I didn't even really see a lot of her computer or her phone. She was also on her phone, but I was aware of the many different tabs that she was on, because another thing with Amber was no matter what she was doing or what we were doing, she could only handle it for so long, and then she would have to switch to something else. So if we were watching a movie or a TV show or something, we could only watch so much of it, and then she would pause it and we'd have to do something else for a little while before we come back to it. She also was really into puzzles and Legos and journaling, and one thing that took up a lot of time was this game that she would force me to play called Choosy, where she would take a bunch of like thousands of stickers, like she bought bulk stickers, and had me pick between them all the way down until I picked one single sticker to be the best sticker of all. And she made me do this with buttons and earrings, calendar pages. She would buy a bunch of small calendars and tear the pages out and then have me pick between the pictures down to which one I liked the most. And Croc Charms, she would make me play Choosy between Croc Charms, and she didn't even own a pair of Crocs. She just had thousands of Croc Charms for no reason.
Okay, first off, isn't it just wild that when asked about what Amber does in her free time, this was one of the first things that came to Beck's mind? Well, this and her chronic online shopping, maybe shopping for more stickers to add to her hoard. And the fucking Croc Charms, oh my god. When she didn't even own Crocs, the absolute buffoonery in that. Like, I cannot even imagine what would compel somebody to waste their money like that. And just as a side note, I love the way that Beck says she doesn't even own Crocs.
She didn't even own a pair of Crocs.
Anyway, according to Beck, Amber would gather up one of her many, many collections of things, whether that be stickers or earrings or charms or whatever it was, and make Beck systematically sort through these things to find the bestest thing of all the things. To prove that, I don't know, Amber has the bestest stuff. And keep in mind here, this was done in like an elimination tournament type of game. A game that, according to Beck, could take hours or even days to finish.
And sometimes, because there were so many, like with stickers and earrings, it would take hours and sometimes even days to completely get down to just one.
As we've seen over the years, Amber has a habit of amassing collections of a great many number of things, like her crystal collection.
I went through
Crystal collection is really cool.
where I really
I'm not gonna lie.
crystals.
Very jealous.
Or her absolute mountain of journals.
But it's quite embarrassing. Here, watch, show the babe. Show the vlog. No, the actual. You're trying to show me the video. Okay, I'm just gonna do the same exact thing that I did for the video. Oh my god. This isn't to be impressive. This is to show you how ridiculous. Just look. How psychotic. All these poor trees. No, I'm kidding. I still feel like I need more though.
No, you don't.
No?
No.
No.
Or the sticker collection that Beck mentioned.
Here are all my stickers in the container that I bought. These are some of my favorites. I got these off of Amazon.
Just masses and masses of stickers.
I am envious of her shiny rock collection. I mean, she's got so many really pretty ones. Really pretty towers and the polished balls and stuff like that. So my cats, okay, they hate the initial start of the walk, but once they get into it, they really enjoy it. Oh, you didn't know about the crystals collection? What video is that where she shows off the crystal collection? It's a hell of a thing.
That she would never end up using. And her
It's
charm
a Beck
collection.
video.
And this clip was found through Salty Crab. She dug up this post, showing that Amber was actually trying to sell off her massive hoard of charms, as well as her collection of stickers, which she admitted to having spent an embarrassing amount of money on. Salty Crab also resurfaced this classic moment, showing Amber's extensive earring collection.
Yes, I collect earrings. I
did that
don't
to
wear
yourself.
like any of them. I have thousands of earrings, and I think I've worn maybe 5% of them, which I'm showing you them right here. So if you guys do want to buy my earrings, what I'm doing is I'm selling a pair, or how many pairs you want, but they're going to be mystery pairs. So you'll never know what you're going to get. My Depop store name is Lovely Earrings. I'm super excited. I appreciate.
One thing about the earring thing, when she tried to open that store, this is something I will say, and it's going to piss some people off. I feel like the community kind of sabotaged that. Now, don't get me wrong. I realize that the majority of the work was being done by Beck. So that right there, I'm not defending that whatsoever. But I do kind of feel like when Amber finally did decide to start selling those earrings, I do kind of feel like the community, hey, I do have glasses, kind of sabotage that a little bit. So I don't know. I've always had that. I've always just kind of felt that way. And I felt like I needed to tell you all that. Because, I mean, look, the girl needs to do something with these fucking earrings, okay? They need to go someplace. And it really wasn't that big of a deal if people wanted to buy, well, mystery earrings, because you didn't get to pick, but that was kind of weird. You do voiceovers? That's good to know, Faithful. Interesting. The earring shop. Yeah, it was so short-lived. But, I mean, I don't have a problem with her starting a shop like that, or like, what is it, Mercy, or there's a couple ones. Oh, they were used cheap and overpriced. I mean, yeah. And if she'd just been honest about that part of it, I don't think people, well, if they would just be honest about a lot of shit, people wouldn't have any of the issues they have. Because there's a lot of people who would just buy, there's people who'll just buy this shit because Amber touched it, right? I mean, Zachary Michael did. They bought earrings just because they were Amber's old earrings. Makes me want to do some more VA for games. You should. You definitely should do VA for games, random. So, I mean, but the other problem is because that didn't do well. Here I am. This is the little I feel sorry for Amber. Seriously, you all can yell at me. It's fine. Because that didn't work out, I don't know if she'll ever try it again, right? Okay, now I'm hungry and I'm sweaty. So, I don't know. But that's all I really... Danny Bush says, I totally get what you're saying, but she could have just not told people. Where's her audience? And well, yeah, her audience isn't nice. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. She just shouldn't have said anything to the audience, but... Yeah, no, she collects these. All of her collections are just... she just collects things to collect things. She's a little...
like
I don't know if
to
she's
do
like a full-ass hoarder, but she's like a
bigger and better.
stage
I know it sounds really
1
weird,
or 2
but earrings
hoarder.
are a passion of mine, but I
Passion.
collect earrings, and I don't
If they were a
even
passion,
collect
you'd
them
take
to
better care
wear
of them.
you know, I just collect them to have them.
So looking at those hundreds of thousands of earrings and knowing that at one point Amber would make Beck sort through every single one to not just find the best, but rank each individual pair against the other, it makes a bit more sense why this game would take hours or days to finish. Oh, and by the way, because I don't want to lose sight on how nasty of a person Amber can be, Amber has also attempted to justify her earring collection by throwing Beck under the bus.
You said, how many shirts do you think Becky bought while with you for the whole 4 years? Tell me why I was thinking that same question like 2 days ago. Oh my god, tell me why. I saw this
This is post breakup, isn't it? Woman, you bought those shirts for Beck. The least you could have done is bought those shirts for Beck, and it was the least that you did. So let's not go after Beck. Oops, I forgot to hit play again. Sorry.
I saw this like meme let's start over. I saw this meme moment on Facebook
you
where
should
it
play
said,
it, yeah.
why can't we get like taxes back for all the money we spent on our exes? And when I tell you I LOL'd, because it's so true. Like I was sitting there and I was just like, you know how much money I would have if I got like that money back? Like it's just like a funny meme. Okay, calm down. But I was thinking about her shirts too, which is so funny. Because she collects shirts. I love that for her. This isn't a bad thing. Like, please don't take this. It's just funny. Because then I started thinking about like my earring collection, and I was like,
where am I?
We both had our moments. Like she would buy like tons of t-shirts. I'd buy tons of earrings.
I don't know, something about the way that Amber is acting and implying that Beck owes her this money. It's just gross. She's a gross and nasty, mean person, okay? But anyway, bringing it back to this choosy game, because here's where we get into a bit of my speculation. Obviously, I wasn't there, so I can really only comment on a situation like this. And to me, this game would have reinforced Beck's subservient role to Amber in this relationship. And in my opinion, this game would have induced a form of decision fatigue in Beck. When you're constantly forced to make endless, meaningless choices, like picking between nearly identical pairs of earrings or stickers or whatever else Amber fancied at the time, that is gonna wear you down. This form of decision fatigue can lead to your brain becoming exhausted from making so many choices, making you more passive and less likely to push back.
When like the binge monster comes, like you do everything in your power to help me, you know? I know, it gets scary. It's hard. Mean. But I'm not like mean abusive.
If Amber's partners spent hours on these pointless games, they likely learned that resisting wasn't worth the effort. Over time, they might have started going along with Amber's want.
Okay, but look back on, I don't think she ever played Choosy with Destiny. I don't, you can correct me because I don't recall, but I don't think she played Choosy with Destiny. And you should totally start playing more indie horror games because I'm always here for those. So why? I'm just fascinated with why she was just so mean to Beck. Like she was just mean to Beck for the whole relationship, right? So. Her exes made her pay back for all the time and effort. Yeah. That is true, comment, or Kim. Destiny probably did say no. So maybe she did try to get Destiny to play. I feel like yeah, it does. I can't drive worth a damn in this game. I can't drive. I'm so sorry. But so the choosy thing, yeah, here's my thing with the choosy thing. If you want to play choosy, I don't think there's inherently something wrong with playing choosy. I don't think the game itself is bad. Like, you're just bored and you just want to go through your stuff. I especially don't think it's a bad game if you're decluttering, you know, or if you just need to make yourself aware of how much of one type of thing you have. You know, I don't think the game is inherently wrong or inherently bad. The problem with Choosy wasn't really the game. The problem with Choosy was, as Fit and Full Fat saying, it was the forcing Beck to play it. Because I didn't really think about the decision fatigue end of it. Chopstick. But now that Fit and Full Fat is saying that, I see how that could be the end result of it. Again, I don't think that was intentional on Amber's end. But it probably is one of those boundary. It's probably one of those boundary pushing things that Amber does. You know, if, you know, I can get her to play choosy, this time, you know, and it takes an hour to play, or takes 10 minutes to play Choosy this time, and the next time, well, now we're playing Choosy for 20 minutes, you know, and I can see it being a boundary pushing game for Amber, because that is something she does intentionally. But like Fit and Full Fat is saying, the longer you're playing that game, I can see how that would wear someone down and how you could start to get fatigue from that. And I never really thought about the fatigue side of that. I'm missing my shows. So, yeah. What's the next part? Let's jump ahead to the lint picking ritual. And what's this one? Ooh, I want to talk about that one, because I like talking about her mirroring. All right, let's actually let's jump ahead to this, because I'm slightly more interested in this than I am the lint picking. Amber's weird. That's all there is to it. So Amber can adapt. Oh yeah, heck yeah. I wonder if Beck was a convenience partner. No, I totally, Mammy Bell. I think that's part of the problem is, I think Amber really was, I always say this, I think Amber really was in love with Destiny, and I think Beck is Rebound, but Amber just, because of the way Amber moves on and the way Amber moves in relationships, you know, she had her name on Beck's checking account right after they moved in, and they moved in together, what, 4 months after they met? So she basically just took over everything in Beck's life right off the bat. 5'1" and sassy. True. So, all right. I'm gonna let her play because I need to check. Yes. All right. I'm doing actual work for a second.
Tendencies. Now, on the topic of manipulation, because I do believe that these two instances that we just talked about are forms of this like covert manipulation. I also wanted to give some more manipulation tactics that we've seen Amber use in the past and will probably continue to see her use in the future, starting with the technique known as mirroring. And this has been one of the most noticeable patterns in Amber's relationships. She essentially absorbs her partner's personality, taking on their interests and hobbies, and sometimes even their medical conditions, like we saw with Crystal and the OCD, while also wearing glasses, just like Crystal. Amber also has a habit of picking up catchphrases from her partners, mimicking their accent, tone, and their speech pattern.
Did you notice ALR adopting your personality and mannerisms when you became friends? Yes. Half of her isms.
I can't trust Lexus. Lexus, that's not her name. Lex. I don't want my dot going off. I just can't trust her. I'm sorry. I don't believe her. And I think she would be happy if Amber really was mirroring her. And I mean, I'm sure Amber did mirror some of it because Amber, but no, that's not it. I don't think Amber took on as much of Alexis as Alexis wants to think she did. Does that make sense? I mean, we know how she operates, so she obviously took on some of it, but I don't think in the long run she took on all of it that she said she did. Okay, where did I put the finished file?
Right now are literally mine. Except I don't know where she got this like hectic word from, so don't come for me for that, because that I didn't do that. But like the randomly busting out in a country accent thing that she's been doing, that is me.
Amber has no real.
See, and that's why I call bullshit, because Amber has done that since she dated Beck. Amber does the country accent as a way of, and I've pointed this out in videos before, whenever she's trying to imply that something is stupid, she busts out the southern accent, and she's always done that. So that's not an Alexis thing, but Alexis thinks it is, or wants us to think it is. I think Alexis is just as bad as Amber. I mean, Alexis might actually have BPD. I don't know. But unlike our Gurl. So, but I'm not an Alexis fan. And I'm sorry for setting everybody's units off. Annie says YouTube went to an ad and then the video and the chat went black. What, blank? Hectic was Erica. As a partial Irishman, I'm all for blaming the Brits. Is anybody else having problems with the video? Try refreshing, Annie. Sorry if you can even hear me. It probably hurt Lex more that she wasn't a bigger deal to Amber. Yeah, I think so. I think, here's the thing. All of the things that Amber claims she does because we're BBD, Lex does. These revenge videos, the texting of the reactors, the reputation hits, this shit. That sounds more like the crash and burn that has been described to me by people who have the BPD, right? I don't have it. So Alexis's behavior to the Amber breakup, their friendship breakup, that seems to be me to be more what a BPD episode would look like. Anyway, that just seems to me to be more the way someone with BPD would be handling the situation, right? Amber, on the other hand, it's like she asked ChatGPT how she should be acting today. So. Oh, feel free, random. Kim can handle her own. She also usually starts it, so. Wow, that sucks, Annie. I don't know why it did that. BJ, I don't even want to know that they had tongue pecks together. Don't care. I don't understand. I don't understand how she has like lines of people waiting to date her. All right, I need to get my video up or I'm going to die. Here.
Identity of her own. Instead of being her own person, she just morphs to whoever she's around or whoever she's dating. This makes it easier for her to latch onto new partners because she can be whatever they want her to be, at least in the beginning. And as I mentioned, mirroring is a known manipulation tactic. Toxic people use it as a way to create a false sense of connection, making their partners feel like they've met their soulmate because they're just so similar. But in reality, they're just reflecting the other person back at them. Another classic Amber move is showering her partners with gifts. As a manipulation tactic, this is known as love bombing.
And then I was like, hey, Destiny, you want to open one of your gifts? Just, I don't know, just out of the freaking hell of it. She opened one, then another, and then another, and then this happened. Are you guys ready for this? Ready? Like, this happened.
Love bombing isn't just about generosity. Again, it's about control. Starting with the love bombing phase, Amber will shower her partner with gifts and attention, making them feel special and indebted to her. Next comes the control phase. Once her partner is used to the gifts, Amber expects loyalty in return. And finally,
And that is another reason why that's another reason why I think it took her so long to get over Destiny, is because Destiny didn't play by the rules. Amber never fully had control of Destiny. But Amber did the love bombing. Amber did the spending the money. Amber did all of the things that the playbook, right? And Destiny stuck with her for a while, yes. But in the end, it didn't work, right? Destiny not only cheated on her, but broke up with her on Valentine's Day. I am so sorry about that freeze frame.
The guilt tripping phase. If her partner ever decides to leave, she reminds them of all she's done for them. And this cycle keeps her partners emotionally trapped, making it harder for them to walk away. And finally, when things do fall apart, Amber has one more trick up her sleeve, flipping the script to make herself look like the victim. Amber has shown this straight to her audience, but I expect that she's shown this to her partners too when the cameras are off. For example, with Beck after their breakup and Amber saying that it takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango in most relationships, but like, I am fully aware and taking accountability of like, it was probably hard being in a relationship with me in the past because I had a lot of baggage, a lot of heaviness, and undiagnosed BPD. It's scary it's overwhelming.
This is implying that Beck was equally responsible for the relationship's downfall. This is not owning up to wrongdoing. This is putting blame on the other person instead. Time and time again, we'll see Amber bring up her bad mentals as an excuse for poor behavior. It's not just excusing the bad behavior, it's also painting herself as the victim. You should feel sorry for her because she was in a bad headspace and she couldn't control the way that she reacted. Bullshit. And you guys, so this was supposed to go out on Monday. I'm a little late. But then I saw that Amber uploaded a new video and it was an apology to Beck. So I just had to include it because, again, it shows this point of Amber always playing the victim when there's ever...
This apology video. It's just... You know the killer with these videos is that Amber edits these and then posts them. Which means she has to, at some point, at least halfway listen to them. Like, don't get me wrong, when I edit video, I don't necessarily listen to every single word I say, unless it's an older video and I can't remember what I said. But, like, most of the time, I'm editing it not too long after I recorded it. So I'm just kind of like, yeah. I remember what I said here. I'm just looking for the part where I, like, sneezed or, like, I had to get up and go to the bathroom or the cat decided to knock something over, right? I'm just looking for the gaps for the most part. Amber loves to watch herself. She puts these videos up. She chooses to show us this. Anyway, sorry.
For any accusations against her. Now, as a bit of a joke, I put this up on my community tab, asking you guys how you thought Amber was going to respond to all these new things that Beck was bringing up. Most of you thought that she'd call Beck a liar, but some of you thought that she might try to defend Choosy as a...
Have you seen Beck's new claims about Amberlyn Reed? How do you think Amber will respond? Call Beck a liar, ignore and say nothing. That's actually what I picked. Defend Choosy as a fun game. And I was in the minority.
Fun game, or that she'd try to ignore and say nothing. Well, you all get a prize because you are all kind of correct. So let's see how she pulled that one off. And now we're not going to watch the whole thing. I'm only going to include clips of my favorite parts, starting with this.
So in their new video, they were reacting to a compilation video of me being rude to them for 10 minutes straight. And in the reaction, Beck stated multiple times that it's obvious that they didn't want to be on camera. And they said, oh, God, look at me zoning out while she's talking. And it's like both of those things, like, genuinely hurt, and it made me realize, like, I didn't even notice these things.
So in
which was kind of the point Beck was making in the moment. Just what Beck said in the video that Amber is referring to, Beck was like, yeah, I zoned out a lot of the time and she didn't notice or she didn't care. To which Amber responds, oh, I guess I just never noticed. It's like, my girlfriend and I broke up because, I don't know, she says I don't listen, or she says I don't listen to what she has to say or something. I don't know, I wasn't listening. You know, it's just, it was like that. Anyway, it's just...
response to Beck saying that it was clear that they didn't want to be filmed, Amber's first thought was how it hurt her to hear them say that. Not poor Beck, it's always got to be poor Amber first. And to not even notice that your partner is zoning out and not wanting to be there, who's surprised that Amber didn't notice that?
Just like how when I was in a relationship with them, I didn't notice how mean or rude I could come off until looking back.
How mean or rude I could come off. Not how mean or rude I was. How mean or rude I would come off. If you guys thought I was mean or rude, that's your problem. I wasn't. Y'all just thought I was. So that's on you. Her apology video was just a whole thing.
And I just feel super remorseful.
How mean and rude she could come off as, not how mean and rude she was. Again, this is not really taking accountability. This is, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Realizing that we both viewed this relationship so differently actually makes it easier for me to be accountable and to apologize. Because if that's the way that they truly viewed it, like, I deeply apologize for that. And there's nothing I can do to change their opinions and their thoughts and their experience because that's what they lived.
How more on the nose can you get? I'm sorry that's how you felt. I'm sorry you think I hurt you. That's not taking accountability. That's realizing that everybody else is on Beck's side and that everybody else sees it the way that Beck is describing it. And that is the only reason Amber could possibly come.
They broke up on the they broke up on the 13th because she had she's got to quit drinking. Okay, she's got to quit drinking and coming online. I don't I don't know why people, well, okay, I know why people encourage it because she looks like an idiot. Hey, Jessie B. But like, yeah, she's got to quit drinking online. So, at least for her own sake. I'm just, hey, I'm just JK.
On here and say, yeah, hey, I'm sorry you felt that way.
I genuinely feel like Beck deserves an apology for the wrongdoings that I did do. But if they don't want to accept it or hear it, then I have
But
to.
she doesn't
I'm not
ever
going to apologize
say
to the internet.
what
The
she
apology
thinks she
wasn't
did
for
wrong.
You guys. It was for them.
Yeah, this apology that Amber is talking about, that was during a live stream that Amber did that was behind a $10 a month paywall. So it wasn't for Beck. It was for Amber and her audience. And not even her whole audience, just the ones that paid for her premium content. And of course, again, this apology that she did behind a paywall was just another half-hearted, I'm sorry you think that I was a
something. But it's like, I'm not going to sit here and go through every single thing that they said, like every single claim, every single this or that, because that is just going to fuel negativity. I truly don't feel like the back and forth is productive for either of us.
So to those of you who thought that
And so then I spent the next, 2 weeks to almost a month going back and forth with my ex on the internet, telling everybody that my ex is manipulative and, well, basically going, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you, except it doesn't actually stick because no one believes me.
Amber would just ignore these things that Beck brought up. Yeah, that's sort of right. Amber does plan to ignore a lot of it, with the excuse that she doesn't want to fuel the negativity. That would be directed towards her, of course.
My focus moving forward is to just ignore it all.
I didn't realize she was going to say it straight up like that, but there you go.
Like, I wanted to take what Beck is doing and put it in like a positive way and put a positive spin to it and like be like, yeah, I am accountable, but
yeah, put a positive spin on it. How do you plan to do that one, Hamby? With another round of Choosy to show us all how fun it was for really reals?
At the same time, obviously, like, I do find frustrations in the ways that I feel like they are exaggerating or they have lied.
And we have 3 for 3. Ignore, maybe sort of justify Choosy. Okay, not
I was trying
really,
to upload
but
a video.
Positive spin on it, like that's close enough. And of course,
which is the only reason I haven't been seeing the
lying.
chat.
Classic.
Like everyone likes to say, there are 3 sides to every story. Their side, my side, the truth.
No,
What are you guys doing over here in the chat? Hate the player, not the game. What are you guys doing over here? She doesn't seem to have checked on the kids table. Oh, yeah. Do I need to create a kids table? Are you guys... Did you guys eat the chat? All right. Wash, rinse, other people. Trying to decide if I want to watch the rest of this. Can you starve to death in Project Zomboid? We're probably about to find out. All right. So that was Lindsey. Nope, no, it wasn't. That was Fit and Full Fat. What did I say we were going to do next? I don't think. Well, 2 of them aren't. Shame. Shame. Was it Rachel or Science and Sarcasm that was going to be next? Here, I'm engaging with my audience again. Now they both have really long videos. I know that's not how you spell that. I'm apparently going to die. So we'll skip around like we did with Fit and Full Fat, but what was the other one? You just had this. Rachel. There. This will wake the audience up a little bit. So all right, Rachel it is. All right, let me go save my little dude from my bad playing because I've been ignoring them. Here, have some sausage and you just eat all of that. You just need all of that. My water's out. Ah crap, my water's out. Something's coming up down the road. Try to drive in a straight line. I hate driving in this game. I just hate it. It's so much. All right. Will you have a bathroom? Look, if I'm sweating, can I just drink my sweat? Dang it, it's a barn. Hmm. I think there's houses down this way, though. Alright, we're gonna have to, like, side trip it. These houses, because I need water. I think I'm gonna leave the car here, though. Not that far. This will just be easier. Do-do-do-do. Dune. We're not on Dune. Alright, Rachel it is. That hasn't moved since I've gotten over here, so... We're gonna do Rachel's video, Amberlynn's most unhinged moments tier list. Maybe. I don't know. Because this video is uploading right now, so I'm not gonna do that twice. Good video, though. Oh, no. We're gonna watch the train wreck effect one. Also, it's only 24 minutes. Let's watch this one, because this is a really good video. And a couple of y'all have asked me a very similar question, like, why the hell are we watching this? This is why.
Hi. There is no denying that thousands of people find watching the messy, complicated, often sad life of Amberlynn Reid completely compelling. There is something captivating about watching somebody consistently fail at goals and get in their own way. This has never been more true than in the online life of Amberlynn Reid. Amber set out over 11 years ago to achieve a relatively simple goal, to lose weight, and yet here we are.
It is a very good
years
video,
later,
yeah,
and she is now over 500 pounds. I believe that Amberlynn Reid's presence on YouTube has done absolutely nothing to help her with her weight loss. If anything, it's hindered her. Her dull content has not improved in quality since 2013. At
Rachel
least
did
not
summon
beyond
me,
the
yes.
camera
Yes,
improvements
she did.
which occur automatically with each iPhone upgrade. Despite this repetitive and, in my opinion,
Okay, maybe I should
low-quality
have taken the
content,
car.
Amber has still retained some viewers and some attention. Why is this? How many times can we watch someone show us a grocery haul, start and stop
Theo's
Ozempic,
here.
lose and gain the same 10 pounds, go to bingo or apply makeup before we inevitably grow bored and stop watching? How come Amberlynn Reid has managed to retain some viewership despite her tedious content? In this video, I'm going to address the train wreck effect. Why are we so drawn to watching bad things happen? Should we feel guilty about this? And to what extent has YouTube contributed to Amberlynn Reid's personal struggles? Let's go. The train wreck effect is a psychological phenomenon often observed in humans by which
I think it's interesting that she asks the question, how much has YouTube contributed to Amber's problems? And I only think that's interesting because I know she's watched Mr. Snowflake, so it's not like that strange. But I just think it's interesting that going back, that Mr. Snowflake initially started his series with the argument that Amber really wasn't as bad as we all thought she was, that she was just, you know, shaped by the algorithm, hence the name of the series. And what ended up happening, though, is the more he watched Amber, the more he learned that, nah, she really was as bad as everybody was telling him she was. Which made it funnier. Can I sneak past you? I really don't want to have to fight you if I don't have to. Maybe. I just want water. Oh, gosh darn it. Of course there's one sitting here by the door. Fine. Oh god, how many of you are there? Anyway, I just think it's interesting that she also wants to know if Amber is ultimately the way she is because of YouTube, or if Amber if just always has been this way. But that argument is interesting because it kind of implies that somewhere along the way, Amber wasn't like this. And that's an interesting idea to me as well. Like, because I want to do a video, or maybe just a series. It might end up being like a small series of videos. I could just pause the game, where we actually do the thought experiment of what if everything Amber has been saying is right? What if Amber's never lied to us and Amber is really is just a victim of all of the stuff she claims she's a victim of, right? And I just kind of want to do that thought experiment. I'm not entirely sure how to go about it completely, other than just pretending to be an Am baby. But I'm just kind of like, what kind of world would it be if we pretended for a moment that Amber doesn't lie, right? But anyway, and I think that would kind of go on to that whole concept of we only perceive her as lying because YouTube and the internet have shaped us to believe that she is lying, right? And there's a lot of arguments around that, but anyway.
Which we are drawn to and cannot take our eyes off disastrous events or
The
situations.
latter.
Have you ever watched something awful happen and had this overwhelming feeling
Rocky,
that you
yes.
just can't look away? That is what I think is happening for lots of people when they engage with content from Amber Reed. It's not that the videos themselves are particularly compelling. It's more that the way that Amber has documented her struggle with her weight and her desire to lose it and her repeated failures over such a long period of time, that is what is fascinating. Amber, unlike many other YouTubers, has documented the passage of time on her channel. As the years pass and the videos age, Amber has become bigger and bigger and more problematic for completely unrelated reasons. I think that this is the train wreck effect in action in Amber's life. Her viewers, of which I am kind of one, have signed up to watch her because there is something intriguing about her, and there is also something kind of interesting about her repeated failures to save herself from her own suffering. But why is it that we can't stop looking at Amber? And not
It's like
only
trying
can we
to
not
agree
stop
with
looking,
flat
but an
earthers.
entire
Yeah, it's going to be an
community has been
exercise.
formed online, and it's predicated on consuming and discussing Amber Reed's content. You would think that a community which has been formed, at least in part for this reason, to watch her life kind of derail and implode, would be full of nasty, hateful
I didn't
individuals.
recognize
But
everybody
it
there.
isn't. Gurl, in my experience, does have its fair share of trolls, sure, but it also has intelligent, thoughtful members who make shrewd and accurate criticisms of Amber Reed's behaviour. You would expect a group of people who spend time watching a train wreck unfold to be bitter, hateful individuals, but they aren't. So how does the train wreck mentality work?
Are you sure I'm not bitter? Somebody accused me of being jealous of... What was I supposed to be jealous of? Whose video was that? Anna. I'm jealous of Anna's numbers. I'm jealous of Anna's... Who pointed out that, like, if Anna had 12 million subscribers, that she would have, like, some small percentage... Well, actually, some significantly... small but significant percentage of the population of like the United States or something like that. And I was like, well, when you put it in that kind of a perspective, it makes that number even more ridiculous. I wish I could remember what that was. Anyway, yes, I'm apparently jealous of Anna's fake followers. So there's that. What was the other thing that I was accused of? It was the same person. What else did they say? Yeah, but anyway, apparently I'm jealous of fake followers. Goes back to my bubble. It's safer there. Yeah, I'd like to know what it was Nerfy used to get... Probably just said Anna was just talking into the void. Yeah. I would like to know what it was that, God damn it, Nerfy used to find out how many dead followers, and not dead as in they are in the ground, but like they don't interact with her social media. I guess I should just say inactive. How many inactive followers Anna had versus active followers, because it shows something like 68% of the people that follow her or subscribe to her are inactive. Like they don't interact with her whatsoever, which she doesn't interact with anybody anyway, but it's just very interesting to see such a large number, like 50%. It's still kind of high, I would think, but like not surprising, honestly, especially for as long as she's been doing this. But like 68%, that's practically 70% of her fucking population doesn't interact with her, right? They're subscribed, but they don't do anything. So she's only got like, what, 34% of the people who follow her actually interact with her content in some way. So They are not support followers or hate followers, but even hate followers interact with your stuff. Like, we watch well, some of us, I'm not a hate follower, but they watch the stuff, they comment, they thumbs it down. Like, even hate followers interact with the videos. I know inactive followers can be from a long time ago, but that's a lot. That's just a lot. Do you think she has sock accounts? I don't know. I don't know if Anna has sock accounts. I don't think Anna has... I don't know. I don't think Anna has sock accounts. We know Amber does. So, I hate to follow Anna, so I don't follow. Yeah, I mean, some people find a way to get around it. Yeah, but there's a difference though, Random. If you went back and you started like, well, you are back and you are hitting the what is it, Twitch heavy, you know, your followers are starting to come back, and they may not be the exact same followers, but you're starting to build your audience up again. That's not happening for Anna. Makes me wonder why YouTube unsubscribes people who interact with channels, yet they don't unsubscribe active followers. I think that's what they're trying to do. I think that's the theory, Burps. It's not how it works. Clearly it gets active people. Her views with her follower numbers. Well, yeah, we know Foodie buys hers. I don't know about Amber, but Foodie definitely buys hers. Sorry. All right, anyway. Train wreck effect. She's starting to explain what the train wreck effect is.
Well, the fascination of watching a train wreck comes down to a few interesting psychological factors. The first of these is morbid curiosity. In his 2012 book, Everyone Loves a Good Train Wreck, Why We Can't Look Away, author Eric G. Wilson gives us an example of this morbid curiosity. He describes how when you're driving on a motorway and you pass some kind of accident, you often have an overwhelming desire to look. I definitely have experienced this in my life. He describes how the slowing down of the traffic is often not because of the incident itself, but because of people rubbernecking as they pass the crash site. In his 2014 video, While We Are Morbidly Curious, Vsauce describes this phenomenon as,
we are paradoxically
Man, Vsauce, there's a deep
towards
dive.
some pretty repulsive things. Car accidents, car chases, the possibility of a crash or a fight, or a natural disaster. I mean, not one that hurts anyone, of course, but one that's exciting.
Wait, no, you made the squishing
drama,
noise. That's not fair.
disfiguration, True crime, war, and gore, the macabre.
If you want to learn more about the kind of macabre or like horror side of this phenomenon, feel free to watch Vsauce's video, I'll link it in the description, but I'm going to slip in a slightly different direction from that. Vsauce says in his video, and he's right from the research I've done, it is true that there are lots of different reasons why humans like to look at train wrecks. A bunch of these reasons are really interesting, but the one that I think is the most applicable to Gurl World and to Amberlin Reed is the idea of Schadenfreude. If any of you guys are German, I apologise for my potentially crappy pronunciation of that word, but just in case you haven't heard this word before, Schadenfreude is a German term, which is described in a 2013 research paper called Their Pain, Our Pleasure, Stereotype Content and Schadenfreude. I'll link that in the description, as Schadenfreude refers to the perceiver's experience of pleasure at another's misfortune. That's it in a very, very simple nutshell. Schadenfreude is a German term, which is literally two words put together, Schaden and Freude. Schaden means harm and Freude means joy, so it literally translates to harm joy. The reason this term is used in it...
Harm joy. That doesn't sound like... This doesn't sound like what the word ends up meaning. Followers or dead followers essentially killed my Twitch. Well, that's different. Seems like more work, but I guess I get the theory. You thought the average engagement was like 5%? No. I don't think it's 5%. I mean, if it is, I have like astronomically high interaction with my followers then. I guess right now is... So 15% is considered peak. All right, well then I'll have to check mine because I feel like I interact with you guys pretty well. I'm not dead, just inactive.
its original German the world over is because lots and lots of languages don't have a word for Schadenfreude. If you wanted to express this psychological phenomenon in English, you would have to use multiple words. You'd have to say taking pleasure in someone else's pain. So when it comes to observing these metaphorical train wrecks, it's not that we physically can't look away, but that we don't actually want to. It's very important to say here and make it super clear that although this is the case for some people in Gurl World, it's not true for everyone, and it's only one of the many reasons why people watch Anne Boleyn. So please don't feel that just because I'm delving into this in this video that I'm assuming that that's why you watch this content. I know that that may well not be the case. I wasn't really satisfied to just kind of leave my research there though, so I've gone a lot deeper into what Schadenfreude is and how it works. It's not enough for me to just say, well, people like watching Anne Boleyn Reed suffer. I also don't think that that's a very fair characterization of what's going on at all. I think there's a lot more to it than just that. Plus, that makes it sound like all the members of Gurl World are just nasty people who take pleasure in Amber's failures. And I don't think that's the case, and it's certainly nowhere near that simple, so let's get into it a little bit further. Although this video is going to be relatively short, I did do loads of research for this, as I often do. All the studies that I mentioned will be linked downstairs. But what I really wanted to know is that if Schadenfreude is one of the reasons that people watch Anne Boleyn Reed, is this a bad thing? Is there something wrong with enjoying Amber's content because you can't look away from the train wreck? I know that
I feel torn on that one, honestly. Not. Twitch does regular purges of bots and inactive followers compared to YouTube. CTR is what YouTube considers engagement, though, and in this type of content, it can be higher because reactive content usually brings more comments. That's true. Be on a channel for years. So, I don't know if it's... Oh, I don't know. The thing with Schadenfreude is, like... It's not necessarily good, right? It's not necessarily good that you're enjoying someone else's pain, but especially when it's something like she's saying, like a train wreck, where a train wreck sort of implies in the grand thing, a train wreck isn't happening because someone made, like, the train didn't wreck because the train wanted to wreck, right? But like Amber's shit, she does it to herself, which is kind of why so many people watch, because it's just like, what new thing are you going to do to yourself now? You know? There's a different word for that.
Anne Boleyn Reed thinks that we're all horrible people who just love to watch her suffer. Amber has expressed many times that she's got a real problem with the community that we've built here in Gurl World. Here is a clip which I'm sure you've seen of Amber explaining as much.
There has been a whole community of people that have created this safe environment for them. Safe for them, not for me. But there's a whole community that feels safe for them because they're leaving their own worlds where they're stressed out or they're depressed or they're going through this or that, and they're attacking the fat chick.
There's also this clip here.
I mean, aside from the attacking part, she's not wrong. I would like to think, if Amber showed up in my chat would behave. I would like to think that. But I know Amber's popped in on other things and people like go nuts. But those are people with like really big channels. Like I know she's popped in Jordy's chat a few times and things like that. And people just like have to say things. And it's not even that they're like shouting questions of that kind of thing at her, but they're like saying really just nasty things to her. To be fair, if she's doing a public live though, God, who was that guy? He spent almost $80 in super chats just to say really horrible, disgusting things to Amber. Like, he spent $80 fucking just sending her super chats. And it was just gross. So I've invested too many years of watching Amber and Chantel, and I need to know how it ends. I mean, you know how it ends. There's this little community. Where'd you go? I was reading that. There's this little community that is created that is actively discussing the topic at hand, equal high engagement. Yeah. That's true. I guess if it's more of a less reactive topic, like gardening, I'm sure there's some gardening controversy somewhere. I used to watch knitting channels until there was like this big controversy that happened in one of the knitting communities online, and I was just like, I don't need knitting drama. So I quit following, and I was just like, this is not why I am here. If you all can't play nice, I am not playing. Anyway. Jump out and let them smash together for entertainment. You're funny, Horse from Ryder. Aaron Mankey. Oh. That's interesting. Beer gardens. Ravelry. That was it. Knitting drama is dangerous. Those people have big nails. Exactly. Nails be jerks.
Here where Amber says,
all of these people who act like they
Hug
care
drama.
about me and they're worried about me, bull. Like, you guys have never wanted to see me happy.
We're the only people that tell you things.
You who love to see me miserable, and you're getting that.
That blew my mind. We were the only people telling her stranger danger, stranger danger. And she's like, you people hate me. And I'm like, no, we don't. We're trying to tell you this is bad. But, you know, whatever.
You won again.
Amber thinks that we all just sit around rubbing our hands and celebrating every time something bad happens to her. But I think that that is not quite what is happening here. Amber is trying to make out that Girl World exists just for us to enjoy watching her suffer. And I think that there are some people who watch her just for this reason. I know there are people who watch her because they support her and they want to see her have success, although this is a much smaller percentage, I think. And sure, there are people who enjoy watching Amber because they love to see her miserable, as she says. To an extent, that's true, but not in the way that
somebody
Amber
has
thinks.
that.
I'll get into this later in the video.
Stranger
but far
dumped her.
from Amber
That's true.
being a lovely innocent victim who makes all these wonderful videos and she expects us to just enjoy being able to have a window into her life, I think Amber has purposefully left a breadcrumb trail of toxicity which she knows that people will follow. And just like the left hand washes the right, Amber Lynn Reid needs Girl World far more than we need her. So sure, there are people who love to see Amber suffer, but I don't think that it works in quite the way that she thinks. It's completely fair to say that we here in Girl World do seem to enjoy watching dramatic things happen to Amber Lynn. We do seem to stand at the sidelines observing things going wrong. For example, when she, a 500-pound woman who's been trying to lose weight allegedly for years, starts dating a proven feeder, there was absolutely...
Boy, it's interesting she picked that particular footage to use. Oh, is Kim putting the Discord link up? Oh, shoot. Speaking of Amber, has she posted when she's going to go live tonight? Speaking of not having a life. Kim, what are you doing? All right, I'm going to pin this. I can't imagine how many people in here are not already part of the Discord, but this is not my personal Discord, but this is the Discord that I have an active channel in. So if you all want to come join, that is where you would find me. It's actually Nerfy's Discord. Nerfy popped in here for like 3 seconds. I saw you. All of my mods are on there, including Kim. So if you guys want to come over, but warning, we do discuss things over there that are Girl World related, but it's not the only thing they talk about over there. So if you just want to join a fairly active Discord, it's a good place to go. Also, if you perchance wanted to watch said live tonight, but you don't want to pay $10 for it, there might possibly be a way to do that if you were on the Discord. Making friends with my friend. Yeah, Random's good people, alright? Kim's good people too, though, so if the two of you are getting along, it's fine. I think my personal favorite dramas of this type are accusations of copying where it's obviously coincidental and obviously not a direct copy. Well, exactly, Mariah. Let's be serious, nothing is original anymore. Exactly. Whoever the person is claiming they're being copied has probably copied that from someone else. Yeah, well, I'm kind of trying to be that way, yeah. Random. It's not that I don't want you to come over. It's just like, it is Girl World related. No need to 6.4 minutes. Stop. I'm in there in a mood most of the time. That's true. I said most of my mods are in there. I think all of my mods are in there. I don't think any of you aren't in there. No, all of my mods are from the Discord. So, all right, anyway, back to... All right, so for those of you who don't know, the reason why this particular piece of footage is interesting for Rachel to have used is because this is from... This is Tommy, aka Emily? Emily? I can't remember her real name. This is Tommy at her late partner's funeral, who passed away at, was she 1,000 pounds? And this is Tommy speaking at their late partner's funeral. The timeline for Tommy and Amber meeting, the overlap here is sus, and I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not that bad of a pain in the ass. I play nice. I am nowhere near as bad as Kim. Gotcha. We don't grammar shame in here because I can't spell either. Dude, okay, look, completely off topic. Kim goes, you should start a chat with just your mods so that you can give them information and tell them things that are important. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I should. So I do. And what do? They go bonkers in there. Just bonkers. Bagels. Anyway, so that's why this particular piece of footage is interesting to have been chosen, because this is Tommy at her late partner's funeral. And Tommy is now a confessed feeder, so there's no more suspected to it.
Absolutely no way that we could look away. And the thing is, I don't think
it was a horrible mistake.
I'll get into that in a
Kim's
moment.
idea.
But first, we know that at least some Schadenfreude is happening here in Gurl World. We are gaining some kind of pleasure, or at least some kind of entertainment from watching Amber Lynn read. But is that actually bad? As a tiny little spoiler, I don't think that in this instance it is wrong. I actually think it's exactly what Amber Lynn wants, but we'll cover that in a second. First, let me explain why I don't think that we need to feel bad for enjoying watching the train wreck that is Amber's life. There is a study by 3 people called N.T. Feather, Michael Wenzel, and Ian Armakey called Integrating Multiple Perspectives on Schadenfreude, the Role of Deservingness and Emotions. Now, this study is really complex, but it does in part cover how those who enjoy watching somebody suffer enjoy it more when they feel the person deserves it. The researchers write, thus deservingness featured as an important variable in line with past findings. As predicted...
I don't know why she's skipping. Last time it did that, it like completely locked the computer up, so let me see what I can close real fast. That isn't zombies. That's OBS. Well, I can't close OBS. I can probably close Discord though. Probably don't need Discord running right now. I can close Plotter too. I don't need that going right now. I don't think Plotter really takes up that much. Plotter, really great piece of software if you write. Plotter, good software. Anyway.
Schadenfreude was stronger and sympathy was weaker the more the student was judged as deserving of failure. This was really interesting to me. This is kind of a slightly crude retelling of the study, and you're free to read the whole thing if you like. It'll be linked downstairs. But what the researchers found broadly is that people were far more likely to feel this pleasure of enjoying other people's suffering when they either A, thought the person deserved it, or B, were jealous of the person. I'm not trying...
Do you need the Discord, Stevie? Hey Kim, hey Kim, hey Kim, hey Kim, hey Kim, hey Kim. Your link doesn't work.
and argue that this is like nice or really good, or that it's completely fine to take pleasure in somebody else's suffering. I don't think that it's some kind of brilliant thing to do, not at all. But I can understand how, in the context of Amberlynn Reid's content, this is exactly what's happened. The study I've just mentioned basically concludes that the more that we feel the person we're observing deserves bad outcomes, the more likely we are to be happy when
Emily
we see
tried
these
it and it
outcomes
didn't
happen.
work.
That makes sense, right? It's not that controversial to feel that seeing bad things happen to bad people is a good thing. And when it comes to Amberlynn Reid, it's absolutely evident that this is exactly what is occurring. For a very recent example, Alexis, who is one of Amberlynn Reid's ex-friends, posted a video literally yesterday where she shares that Amberlynn Reid was at one point speaking to a man romantically.
Here is the conversation that we had regarding her conversations with him.
He's a subscriber type deal type situation, and I think that he might have a fetish for the bigger girlies, and he's super attractive.
I really could have gone the entirety of my life without ever knowing any of this. And this is another reason why I don't like Alexis. Like, why?
I can say that. Like, you can look at him and you can be like, oh yeah, he's cutie. We exchanged numbers. I was super freaking drunk. He ended up calling me and we had a little moment that rhymes with tone
You saw
pecs.
nothing.
Yeah, it happened.
Basically, Alexis claims that even though Amber has in the past said lots of biphobic things and claimed that she's not bi herself, and also Alexis claims that Amber has been biphobic to her directly. But the point is that this being revealed is something really bad that happened to Amber, right? It makes her look biphobic, it makes her look like a liar, and her ex...
I am bi, and I didn't take that from that. Right? I know that's what Alexis wants it to be, but there are so many other moments and situations that she could have chosen to use to demonstrate Amber's biphobia. That was not it. And I know people are like, oh, she didn't dox the guy. In girl world, that was as good as a dox. So it wasn't a great idea for her to do that. And maybe Alexis just isn't aware that that is effectively as good as doxing that poor guy. But it wasn't a good move. And yeah, that's kind of my take on it. I don't know if Amber's actually biphobic or not. She one month she's bi, 1 month she's a lesbian, and the next month she's bi. I don't know. I really don't. I don't care whose team she plays for. I really don't. She only dates women as far as I know. And I don't care if she once upon a time had tone pecs with some dude she met online. It's not like they actually bumped uglies, so when you dive into a Discord and the only 2 channels. And Andrea, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Nope, don't want to do that. Nope. There we go. Random, I warned you. I straight up warned you. I don't want to hear it. Alexis wants to... Yeah, okay. Don't look, I'm going to brush my... Ah!
ex-friend revealing private dating history about her is definitely not a good thing, but look at these comments. They are full of people who are taking immense pleasure in Amber's downfall. For example, Pookie having a bad day, ALR is being hit rapid fire, LMAO, I love it so much. Comments like this display the phenomenon that I'm explaining in this video. People love to see Amber's downfall. And listen, I get it, it is really entertaining. Somebody else comments this: between Beck, Lex, and possibly Destiny, Amber can't catch a break and she deserves every part of it. But that is kind of the question, isn't it? Does Amber deserve these bad things that are happening to her? It does seem that Amber is just an absolutely horrible person. In a recent video, Beck, who is Amber's ex, accuses Amber of taking $6,000 from her, which was left to her when her mum died.
When my mother passed away, me and my siblings received a portion of a settlement from my dad's job that ended up being around $5,000 to $6,000 for each of us. I was not allowed to keep it. She told me that the money had to go into paying the bills and my half of the rent. My mom had plans for when she would have received that money before she passed away. Getting it was bittersweet, and I would have liked to use it in some way to honor her. She wouldn't have wanted Amber to have it, and it really hurt, but she took it anyway. When I told her that I would like to do something with the money, she dismissed it and treated me like I owed it to her, and it wasn't my choice. She said that I couldn't have it because the bills needed to be paid, even though I knew that she was making enough from YouTube to cover bills and rent with no problem.
This is mental, and if it is true, then Amber really is just the most horrible person ever. Beck clarifies this situation. They pinned this comment underneath their video. I'll put it here so you can pause to read. It's just like a bit more detail on how this all happened. But it is very hard to hear stories like this about Amber and not think, my goodness, she deserves every second of the bad things that happen to her. Although thinking that the person who is suffering deserves it is one explanation for Schadenfreude, I don't actually think that it really needs to be explained. I don't think I need to try and get to the bottom of whether it is right or wrong for us to feel this way about Amber, because the truth is, I think that Amber wants us to feel this way. I think she knows exactly what she is doing. Let me explain. So in the early days of Amber Lindsey's YouTube channel, she spent a lot of time complaining that she was receiving a lot of hate. She called this hate extreme. In the first year or two of her being on YouTube, she has multiple videos where she is basically asking people to stop being horrible to her and showing people
Alexis's behavior,
that she's getting nasty comments.
We're just gonna see.
Alexis's, in my opinion, Alexis's behavior is, but again, not a doctor, not a shrink, not a therapist. So, and yeah, I 100% think Amber was fully on board with Tommy and Tommy's likes. Yeah, Alexis really was. Alexis was a little too femme for Amber. So yeah, I mean, we know Amber has a type, so I don't know. That's the dilemma. Like, is it wrong? Isn't it wrong? Right? And this is kind of what Rachel's getting into right here, if I let her finish. She's talking about how Amber basically courted this, like, fed this so that it would grow way back when, because this is early Amber, for those who don't know. This is Crystal Era Amber, and Crystal Era Amber is the beginning, right? So that's the thing. Amber's just always been like this. Excuse me. But I remember, well, if you've watched Snowflake, Amber got critical comments, not necessarily nasty, just critical comments all the way back in the Crystal Era, and she responded negatively to them. And I mean, nobody likes critical comments, right? Nobody likes to be criticized. But, you know, Amber overreacted to it or focused on the negative comments over the comments of people who were supporting her or saying nice things, right? And that's how you feed the trolls. You focus more on interacting with the trolls and the negative in your community than you do with the positive, right? Because that's what trolls want. They want attention. So Amber wants the assurance her partner can do all the physical she cannot do. I don't know if that's even, well, she definitely wants an able-bodied partner. Sorry, my nose itches. Amber is very fatphobic, yes. All those things she accuses us of doing. Not only have we watched you do it, because you filmed yourself doing it, you've said as much.
See how the next few days go regarding how people treat me online. And once I upload the video where I'm kind of just expressing myself about the bullies, I want to see what you guys have to say about it, and I want to see if I'm making these vlogs for people who actually enjoy them and not for just people's entertainment to look at a train wreck.
She had an Ask FM account, which she literally used every single day. She claimed it was so that people could connect with her who didn't necessarily want to comment on her YouTube videos for whatever reason. But I think it's clear that she had this account because she was hoping for compliments and secret admirer messages. But what she really received was lots and lots of criticism. At the time, and for quite a little while there, Amber was actually making videos where she was debating whether or not she was going to stay on YouTube.
I'm a very sensitive person. I'm sure you guys have noticed that in, my videos or the way I might reply to your comments. That's just how, I was formed throughout my life. I became a very sensitive person. I do want to change that about myself. I can be defensive, but I just feel like my well-being can't really handle, either hate comments or thumbs down or, things like that.
And this is the other thing you can do to feed trolls is ask not to have negative comments. Don't leave negative comments under my videos. It hurts my feelings. It really hurts my feelings when you thumb down my videos and you ratio me. That hurts my feelings, you guys. I mean, that's as bad as asking. You would do better to encourage people to thumbs down your videos and to leave nasty comments, because then people would do the opposite just to spite you. Well-being. Yeah, Bryn, yeah. Look. Everybody always asks me what her default accent is. And I think you'll hear more of it in the Crystal era than you will in any of the other era. Well, maybe not this one. Because I think this is where she's probably most in her default, because she hadn't really started absorbing her partners yet, like an amoeba. But also, I think if you listen to the way her mom talks and the way her grandma talks, I think that's probably going to give you a better idea of what Amber's base accent would be, or her base way of talking would be. And she does slip into that here and there. And I do hear it. I'm beginning to think both really is one of her accent words. I think that actually is part of her dialect. So I can tell from which era it is. Yeah, you can usually tell what era she's in by the way she's talking. You're a mod for one of the girls? Which one? It hurts my feelings when you give me money. Hi, baby girl. Hello. Where are you? Did you need attention? You purr? You purr for people? No? Okay, well. Nobody wanted to hear you purr anyway. How you like them apples? You want? The least you could do is be friendly. We're done. Bye, see ya. Oh, you're a mod for Boogie? Wow. That's got to be challenging. That's all I can think of. That's got to be challenging. Oh, you were modding yours as Francis days. Wow. You're really aging yourself. Sorry. Yeah, Boogie's usually considered like one of the founding lolcows. I think isn't Christian supposed to be like the first lolcow? Am I wrong about that one? Don't mess with her image. She used to be the most like the cutest kitten on the planet, and then she broke her leg, and she became the Shade Queen after that. But yeah, it's pretty cool about the Francis Days things. Like Boogie's I feel really bad for Boogie, I'm not gonna lie. He just has he's got a really shitty group of friends that he, for whatever reason, wants to impress, and it never works out. And they have absolutely no problems. Just, did your comment get removed? I don't know. This might be my bitch eating cracker syndrome, but listening to this old Amber voice is incredibly grating. I know a lot of people don't like the Crystal Era voice. Christian just went to another level. I don't know if I want to know, Midori. His Twitch streams from when he was active were simply just saying, being on the worst, but his Twitch streams are always his YouTube. Hey, Marsha. Absolutely zero emotions for Boogie. I think the reason why I can be sort of sympathetic to Boogie is because I know very little about Boogie. Same thing with Christian. I know very little about Christian. I just have seen a few things, and I'm just like, wow, I just really feel bad for these guys. It's like, really feel bad for them. But if I didn't know a whole lot about Amber, I would probably feel really bad for Amber too, because I know that happens. Anyway, where are we at? Amber wants this. Oh yeah, this is her citing up the argument that Amber fed the trolls. Yeah.
I knew coming onto YouTube it was gonna happen, and I feel like YouTube was supposed to be a big escape for me, but it's became, you know, somewhere where I'm kind of afraid to be myself.
I don't think it was removed, Andrea, because I would see something
hate online. She's been
and I don't see anything.
Comments from the beginning. She calls herself sensitive lots of times in her early content. And the issue,
just
I think,
just
and the
post it
mistake
again.
that Amber made
Don't worry
is
about
that
it.
she
I
gave
mean,
loads and loads of
YouTube
attention to her
does dumb
haters
shit
early on
sometimes.
in her YouTube career. I think that she showed them way too
I don't
much
see
of her
anything that's been
suffering.
removed
When
except
people
for
sent her nasty messages,
Rocky
she
deleted one of their
responded.
own
When people
messages.
commented things that she didn't like, she replied. She fanned the flames of her haters. She showed her hand and displayed how much it was affecting her that she was receiving these comments. And that's the thing, isn't it? People who
Yeah, see, she makes an entire video reacting to hate comments. Like, I wouldn't do that. I don't want to give it that much attention. So, just don't do that kind of shit. Yeah, Andrea, I don't know why. Go ahead and try posting it again and see if it goes through. I have yet to figure it out. Some people post comments, and I know they've posted a comment because I get a notification through my email. And then I go to look at the comment and it's gone. And I don't delete comments. So I don't know. YouTube just auto deletes some things. I didn't know they did it in the chats, but I mean, I put nothing past them, to be perfectly honest. Their algorithms are dumb. Rocky had her self-modding.
watch Amber because they really do hate her, those people get exactly what they want with Amberlynn Reid because she plays up to it and gives it to them, and she always has. She has validated the opinions of haters over and over and over again.
Exactly.
Although Amber, I nearly just said Hamber then. Although Amber makes out that she doesn't like the hate and that she can't handle receiving it, in actuality, I think Amber posts things on purpose which she knows will get her hate. For Amberlynn, hate equals views. What she's accidentally done here is made part of her content and part of her brand being the girl who is hated, and I think that has become something of a self-fulfilling prophecy for her. What Amber should have done all those years ago, in my opinion, is stop posting videos and go on to have a normal life. The problem is that she didn't do that. She started to make money on YouTube, and once she started making money, I think she realised that the stuff which gets the views and makes the money is the controversial, provocative content where she shows her body and cries about how fat she is. I think Amber basically slipped and fell into a toxic cycle with herself, where the core audience that she formed were not watching because they wanted to support her, but instead they were watching because they were entertained by her life because of this train wreck mentality. I think Amber knew this, but she still wanted to make money, so she kept right on posting even though it was bad for her. And this is why I don't feel bad for Amberlynn Reid at the moment, and why I don't think it's a problem if people watch her because they enjoy seeing her suffer. I think that Amber built the Trainwreck brand, and now she is living with the after effects of the brand that she built herself. She attracted and fed and curated an audience who watch her for that reason. The thing is that if Amber doesn't like it, she can leave, but of course she never will. Beck is Amberlynn Reid's ex, as I've mentioned, and there's a clip in one of their recent videos where they talk about Amberlynn Reid's attitude towards her YouTube channel.
Her career on YouTube was much more important than her health, and she said as much multiple times. If she were to lose weight or not be a train wreck, she wouldn't have as many viewers, and that was the most important thing to her, more than any concern for herself, those around her, or anything else.
Beck says that Amberlynn cared more about her YouTube views than her weight loss, and I think this is completely true, and I think that it stayed true. Amberlynn basically sold her integrity down the river to make content which people wanted to see. The eating videos and the crying videos and the trying to climb upstairs videos. We can't ignore her behaviour as well, which has been horrendous and has made people hate her. She's a liar in and of herself. She has no integrity because she claims that she wants something, but then she does the opposite. Amberlynn Reid slipped and
if
fell
you're on
and
Top
made
Chat,
her
you're
entire
missing
channel,
half the chat.
her entire
Probably more
brand
than that.
about being a train wreck. And the issue with your brand being a train wreck is that the people who watch you are going to be watching because of the horror that they feel seeing your content, rather than because they necessarily like you or care about you. I think Amber
being a
did do
passenger
this
in my car
consciously.
right now.
As harsh as it sounds, I don't think Amber has ever been robust enough to have an online presence. And all the way back 10 years ago when she was questioning her YouTube channel, I think she should have listened to herself and stopped posting then. But she didn't because she liked the attention. I am so curious what the trajectory of Amber's life would have looked like if she had quit YouTube back in 2013 like she should have. Beck actually seems to agree with me that the only way that Amber can stop this kind of train wreck of a channel that she's got going is by leaving YouTube, which, as we all know, is something that she'll probably never do. When in a recent Q&A, Beck was asked the question, will Amber ever change? Beck says this.
Personally, I think being deplatformed would be the only way. I'm not saying I want that to happen. No matter how terrible she's treated me and the number of things she's taken from me, I would never wish the loss of a job, stability, or housing on anyone. I know how devastating that is for anyone. YouTube is how she makes a living. It's how she supports herself, and she uses losing her channel and views as an excuse not to change. The only way she would ever change is if it were her only option. So I don't see that ever happening.
And Beck is right. I don't think Amber will ever quit. She's in the horrendous situation now of not being able to make money any way other than through YouTube. So she really is in a bit of a catch-22 in my view. Although some of her viewers do watch her because of the train wreck-esque style of content that she makes, or because we enjoy the schadenfreude that we feel when we engage with her content, I think that Amber knows this and plays into this intentionally.
Making
and
myself
that's why I
carsick.
don't feel too bad about it. We enjoy watching her messy life, and she needs us to pay her bills. Even more than that, I think she feeds the drama on purpose. She releases information, she lies, she's controversial, all in the name of trying to keep herself relevant. All the while that Amber keeps posting how she is now, I think this toxic cycle is never going to end. I know this might sound harsh, but I don't think that the train wreck effect is really a bad thing. I think it's exactly what Amber needs to keep making money on YouTube. The difference is that for us as
So the train wreck effect is what Amber needs to keep making money on YouTube. It's definitely what keeps her channel relevant. Like, who was it? It wasn't, you guys have to realize. It was somebody else. Another smaller channel was talking about just not covering Amber anymore. It was, whose channel was that? You guys might remember. Oh, Molly. Yeah, I don't know. Where'd I get my license? I can't drive in this game. It is a good thing. Yeah. I can't drive in this game. I can park the car. I just can't drive the damn thing. But I don't think Amber necessarily needed to get off YouTube back in 13 was it? I think if she had ignored the hate comments and just focused on building the hug box community she so desperately wants, I think if she had just focused on the positive comments, I think she would have a better community than she does now. I mean, she's still going to have people being super critical. Hey, chicken's here. But I don't think, hey, Wendy Snow's here too. But I don't think she'd be the channel she is today. And who knows, maybe she would have actually lost weight. I don't know. Because she would have been getting positive reinforcement for the weight loss. But I don't know. but she's not. She's just not capable of it. She just can't. He just can't look away. She just can't look away, and she just can't not have her say. She can't be. She won't be silenced, you guys. She's got to speak her piece. She's not going to let us trample all over her on her own channel that she completely has 100% control over. And then stalk Zachary Michael and their freaking DMs. That's crazy talk right there. Anyhow, but as far as like, is the train wreck effect bad for Amber's channel? No, it's the only thing keeping Amber's channel going. Amber likes to think that channels like Zachary Michael's and mine and other people's channels like need her to survive. Not really. I know there's a good chunk of my audience that comes here to watch the Amberlyn stuff, and I mean, I don't want to disappoint them because some of them are only here for Amberlyn, and that's fine. Because I'm not going to stop putting out Amberlyn content. I'm just not necessarily going to put out all, nothing but Amberlyn content because it's not necessarily the best content for the channel to be putting out, And I think a lot of other channels have figured that out too. Like Zachary Michael. Well, what's kind of sad is that weight loss content, especially major transformations, is popular. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if she had actually stuck with it, she could be one of those channels where she's a skinny mini and she's telling people how to lose weight, And she could still be a messy problem. Just because she's like lost weight doesn't make her a perfect person. I'm here for random content. Random stuff is good if you like gaming content, which I love gaming content. So there. And so yeah, I mean Amber's channel the way it is requires the train wreck effect because otherwise people just aren't going to watch. Her members, I know she has a shit ton of members, so she is making probably a good chunk of money off of the members because I'm a member. But the reason I do that is so that I can keep on top of what's going on. It's a business expense. And I wrote it off on I'm going to write it off on my taxes next year. But, excuse me, even within her membership, that hug box is real small, right? It is a teeny tiny hug box. There's only like 10 people. I think she has one whole ass mod, and I don't even know if that mod mods. So that's kind of like, she can't even trust the people in her... she can't even trust the people in her membership to mod for her. And I think that's a hell of a statement, She's better off getting one of her haters to mod because they're probably going to be more on it, But she probably could model plus size clothing. Even plus size models have limits. If she'd actually lost weight back in the day, her ego would be 4 times as big. Well, yeah, probably true. I wasn't here for you. My butt wouldn't sit in Anna's insufferableness. Yeah, some people don't like it. I know some of you don't like the Anna stuff. But are you going to like my fat acceptance debunking? Amber's current content also keeps the haters in close proximity. If anything else, she's just fostering the very thing she says she hates, thriving. Yeah, exactly. That's the argument Rachel's making right now, is that exactly what Mariah just said. I think I called you Moira earlier, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, if she was not as size 23. I think the size isn't necessarily the issue. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just stating facts here. It's Amber's overall shape, I think, that would prevent her from being a plus size model. Unless she's going to be like only Fupa plus size model and then no one gives a shit. I mean, Melted Hershey Kiss is probably exactly what they're looking for. So Anna could model if Anna could not be Anna. So Amber can be a plucky middle. I don't get the joke. Yeah, I need to get on that, on the fat acceptance stuff. I'm just being lazy. Faithful duo. Oh, you two are arguing. That's the point. Locals push their issues to the edge of acting. Boogie overacts to sell things. Oh, I've suspected Boogie overacts. Amber doesn't. That's the thing with Amber. And with Anna overacts, but it's on the wrong things. Like, Anna's always trying to sell people something, and so she comes off as like a used car salesman, right? And so that's why people don't like Anna. Well, it's one of the reasons people don't like Anna. Hey, Dolce. The shelf butt doesn't help. Yeah, well, like I said, in certain circles, pre-surgery Anna could have modeled. Yeah, I think Anna could still model. She's got the height thing going on, and she still carries her weight better than most of the girls. So there's that. Sitting here critiquing things anyway. I can't see Anna. I think the thing that would keep Anna from modeling, honestly, is her attitude. I don't think she would work well with people.
As viewers, it's entertainment, but for Amber, it's her real life. But it's her choice to keep making the content that she does. Because she talks about herself, she is the product, and she has to keep making the product interesting and creating new storylines and side characters to keep people watching. It's often said that Amberlynn Reid wouldn't exist without reaction channels, and I think that that's true. They keep
I don't know why
relevant.
it keeps locking
At the end
up.
of the
I'm
day,
sorry.
to an extent, it's not that deep. I know it's about somebody's life, but YouTube is
I think
just
it's 'cause
for
I'm running the game.
entertainment. I've noticed this even more so since I've been posting videos of myself. What you watch on the camera is curated. It's what the person chooses to share. I'm saying what I choose to say, and you're watching me in this little tiny
Touche.
square. This is the
Touche.
bit of my life that you get to see.
actually
And it's
get to
much
the damn
easier for
lake?
content like mine because I'm talking about somebody else, but
No,
Amber is talking
forward.
about herself. And although it might seem harsh for us to consume that content and have a reaction to it that might not be very kind or might not be the type of reaction that Amber would want us to have, the fact is that as viewers, we're free to engage with that content however we like. Amber
That is
can
true.
see how we engage with it, and she chooses to keep making it. She chooses the
Playing this game and trying to react to this video at the same time. That is something I've always told you guys, that like, video is inherently manipulative because you only see what I want you to see. We have that conversation all the time. The other thing is once I put something out there, I have no control over how people react to it, right? I have no control over what people take away from it. I can try to set things up in the best possible way so that I can hopefully get whatever reaction out of you that I want to get out of you, right? But I have no control over how you inevitably react to something. Ah, dang it, I left my TV at the... Ah, well. So, I mean, it's the same thing with art, you know? You put art out there and you have no control over how people react to your art, right? That's kind of where we're going with this. And that's something I think Amber... I feel like she hasn't quite figured that out yet. I think she hasn't quite figured out that we don't have to react to her videos the way she thinks we should. And I think that's where she gets mad, is she thinks that we should be being nice to her and patting her on the ass and being like, good job gaining 50 pounds this week, Amber, good job. And we're not, you know, and I think she feels like we should be doing that. But the reality of the situation is we're going to react to shit the way we react to it. And she doesn't have any control over that. She also wants the magic pill of instant gratification. But legit has major medical issues. Oh, yeah, I know. Remember once all of us I would like to eat without consequences too.
Profit over her own mental health. And all the while she keeps making that choice, we're free to interact with the content however we choose. She can stop it at any moment, but she chooses not to. So I conclude that just like we can't look away from a train wreck, we can't look away from Amberlynn Reid. But the difference is that Amberlynn Reid doesn't actually want us to look away, because us looking at her train wreck of a life and interacting with it and commenting on it is what is making her money. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I almost made it to the crossroads where there's a damn car. Oh, wait.
I'm now going to tell you what I thought of these books. Random, I know, but I said at the end of a previous video that I was going to give my...
No. We're not doing book talk over here. Can we all be 22 again? Exactly. As soon as they figure out the magical pill that lets me eat everything I want in the quantities that I want, and I'm not going to get fat or unhealthy, sign my ass up. I don't want to create a note for dinner. It's 7. I started at 4. We've been going for 3 hours. All right. We haven't done... I want to do a little bit of... What do you guys think of... All right, we're gonna... Goodbye, Rachel. Thank you for your wonderful videos. Bye-bye. 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 Is anybody watching Science and Sarcasm? And what do you think? For realsies, let's have a real conversation. Knock it off. Let's have a real conversation real quick. What do you guys think of Science and Sarcasm if you're watching them? Is she in Oklahoma? Oklahoma. I should learn the rest of that song. Oh, dag, she's a med student, too. Why are you... Don't you have better things to do? If you want more peeks into a med student questioning her life's decisions, with a sprinkle of everyday randomness, come hang out with me on Instagram. Make sure to do all the YouTube-y things. Oh, hey, look. That annoying person is live. So... I don't know how much science is actually in it, because I think I've watched 2 whole videos. And she seems to be like a normal reactor. A typical reactor. I've watched her. She's alright. Star Talk's good stuff, yeah. That's a little too intellectual for this area, thank you. Get back over your other corner, random. Star Talk. I think I watched one of their videos, but have one too many Ember reactions for new people. Oh, thank you. Oklahoma, where the winds come sweeping down plates. Now, see, the other part is I don't know the tune. Hey, thank you, Marcia. Appreciate that. She's okay. She got a little ranty. Which one should not get? If one is proclaiming that I get ranty. Well, members have access to it. But not Rachel, because she's not a member. Anyway. The corner again. Who was it? I think it was Allie, actually. I was like, oh, I'm opening a can of worms here. Who was it that was getting put in the corner, but that rounded the corners out? Hey, Robin. I think she's funny. We're not watching this whole thing. So, let's do this. Ziggy, set a timer for 20 minutes. Or ignore me completely. Whatever. The science is a member. She chooses her day as a med student. You really like her? Okay. I know Snowflake's mentioned her a couple times. So. Ranty to me is disorganized. She's also new. That's right, that was you, wasn't it, Allie? This is her most recent video, unless she just posted something. I mean, she's only got... She's new. So... probably just getting her feel for how... Because I remember my thumbnails when I first started doing these videos, and they were atrocious. And YouTube told me that. Boy, did YouTube tell me that. That was pretty funny. Ziggy's not playing anything because Ziggy's not listening. But in a round room, a padded round room where they can bounce off the walls for all eternity. All right. So I'm going to try to eyeball 20 minutes here. Let's give it 20 minutes and then... She's new. Ankle is smashing it. I don't think I've watched anything from Ankle. I'm really enjoying Salty Crab, though. I'm not going to lie. I just started to follow Glitter and I'm Nice. Her videos are fake. Oh, the Glitter Life? Is that what you mean? But they look like her shorts? Not going to talk about... Your thumbnails are actually pretty okay. I'm calling your corner Bane from now on. Alright, anyway.
Hello, girly plops. So today we are back at it again with an Amberlynn Reid reaction.
I know Ankle's
As you
pretty
can
popular right
see,
now.
We are doing a voiceover because I do have my cranial nerve exam tomorrow.
Cranial nerve,
and I kind of
alright.
just want to get this out for you guys.
I've just been sitting here.
And continue on my very
sweaty?
tragic studying night. But we're going to do a quick little break and watch Amberlynn's newest video with her new schedule, apparently. It's called Getting Tipsy, Crashing
We're not
Out,
watching this
and
whole thing.
Crazy Therapy Update, bar weekly vlog, episode 1. So apparently we are now doing episodes. Interesting. It is 35 minutes, so shoot me right now. But let's just get into it. I guess, shall we? Also, what is this? As you all can see, I am zooming in. What is that? Is that from like a curling iron? It kind of looks like it's from
What
a
the
curling
hell
iron.
did she do?
All right, let's just get into it.
Here's my thing with that one. She tells us about every single scrape she gets. Every single one of them. Every time she gets a hickey, she is 100% sure to show it off. So, did she just forget about this one? Because she's had it for a while. Not your cup of tea. Science and sarcasm or salty? So what the hell is this?
Actually, you know what?
I'm gonna speed her up a little bit. Let's speed up with you. Which is gonna speed Amber up too, so. I think she must have done something embarrassing because she has not mentioned it, and she usually tries to cover it up.
One other thing. This girl really put butterfly clips on her earrings. Y'all, what the fuck are we doing? Oh my god.
It's me every time I try to go
I'm
outside.
so sorry. There's not usually motorcycles around here. What the fuck are we doing? What is this? Amberlynn, please answer for yourself immediately. Thank you.
She will.
Okay, let's
Give her
get into
time. Give her time.
Also, I do have her at 1.5 speed. Okay.
Welcome to the first weekly vlog. But this is just the intro. It's pretty simple.
Okay. So we're doing weekly vlogs.
I also feel like you copied Alice's
Makes
Chick,
sense.
Zachary, and a few
Vlog
others.
random things, whatever I feel like vlogging throughout the week, and then you guys will see that on Mondays. And for the rest of the week, I also
What are you
plan out
talking
a whole
about,
schedule,
Kim?
so I will show that right here. So Monday is weekly vlog. Tuesday is members only live stream. Wednesday is a Wednesday weigh-in. Thursday is
Oh, she's in
Friday,
Romania?
no upload. Saturday when I ate today. Sunday no upload. I think having a more stricter upload schedule like that is actually gonna help me. I like filming different type of content.
Okay, so
okay. Crash into
you know
it.
what? Let's see how long it lasts. We'll get behind it.
That definitely helps me do that as well.
Take
Today's
this
actually
in the
St.
corner
Patrick's Day,
after this.
and I'm wearing green hoops, and I LOL'd because I put some.
It's
90s
for your
references on
earring
hoops.
crimes, you
Why not?
guys.
But yeah.
Okay, you know what? She answered for it. It's a little pathetic, but she did indeed answer for it. Okay, Amber. I mean, with all the earrings that you have in that hoard of collection, you don't have any green pair. You had to do this.
You're talking about ankle?
Okay.
All right.
Pop off.
Welcome to the weekly vlog. Let's have a little chit chat.
Yes, that's why Snowflake has butterflies in his beard and
and
hair.
Just doing like every other day vlogs for a few months. I want to be extremely open about the fact that my mental health is really, really bad. It is chemical.
Well, it's bad because one, you don't do shit all fucking day, so anyone's mental health would be bad
living like Amberlynn Reed. But on top of it, this woman just keeps getting read to filth every 2 seconds. So I can't imagine that's great on her mentals either.
Also situational, and I'm going for a walk. You guys see that online. It has been crazy. It's loud, it's noisy, it's hard, it's rough.
Clearly I've proven I can't drive this car. We can admit, though, Amber is having a rough March. Well, probably a rough 2025, let's be honest. Like, she really is having a rough time. So I really do appreciate the what is that, a sticker? Cute sticker. But like, it seems like when it rains it pours on her, and she really hasn't caught a break yet. And it just kind of makes me wonder, it probably is pretty bad for her mentals. But like, Beck and Destiny still have one more video to do because they were talking about it. And yeah, it's just like, she probably is having a rough time of it. That's a fun sticker. Bye, Dolce. We're gonna wrap up after this anyway, so. That's called a thirst trap. I'm not entirely sure I've watched anything like an entire video from the ankle.
And it's only getting worse as the time goes on YouTube. Like,
this
it's
is painful.
more vicious. And
If it
I
ain't
should have
the
just drove my
consequences
ass
of
to the
Amberlynn's
lake
own
and
actions,
then.
oh, the girl hates to see it. The girl really hates to have consequences to her actions. It's, y'all, let's take a moment of silence for Amberlynn, because it's just not fair that she has to have repercussions to her shitty actions. So unfair, y'all.
it's hard for me because I'm only one person over here, but I've recently gotten so much support to my Instagram,
like Amber.
so I'm like very grateful for that. So for the people,
I don't believe it. I really don't. Amberlynn left to do that because at this point you can look at her YouTube channel and see that she ain't getting, the support. She really isn't even getting the views. Her comment section is like 10 supportive comments. The rest just, again, reading her to absolute filth. The internet don't like her. You got random creators just reading this woman to filth at this point. So when I say random, I don't mean that they're random, but like people that have never like commented on Amber, who aren't really like, you know, deep.
Random. Are you reading Amber to filth? Stop. Are you happy? Now you're on the desk. Good job. What do you want from me? Gonna go bug her boyfriend now. Are you K-Bones, are you asking me if I've watched that? It is karma. I know. It's just like it's a lot of karma all at once. It's not like sprinkled out over time. It's just like it's like a karma cream pie right in the face. That's not gonna age well.
In the Amberverse who are making videos and like whole documentaries about Amberlynn. So of course, like the way to like feed her delusion is to be like, oh, I'm getting support where like you have no way of seeing if that's actually true or not.
She's always done that though.
Okay, Amber.
Who are here for the right reasons, and you're not being sucked in by the hate mob and by the rumors and by the slander and by like the literal ableist comments and just the
y'all. I'm gonna be pausing so much. There is not rumors, Amber. It's just facts. You hate to see it.
If she doesn't stop with this ableist shit. Somebody said, I think it was one of the comments, they were like, ableist has become her new hectic. I have zero sympathy for her right now. I guess I don't know. I'm not... How to put this? I'm trying to remember how Milk Tea put it. Be nice. You're full of yourself tonight, aren't you? I don't not think she deserves what she's getting. Enough double negatives there. It's a lot all at once. It's not the attention I seek. Yeah. Bye, Andrea. Yeah, we're wrapping up here in a minute or two. Well.
Slander, it's not slander if it's
Picking you up
facts.
again.
If people are
No.
just, again, reading you to filth.
No, you had your
call
chance.
anything of people like calling you out for your shit behavior and your gross actions,
I love
both
you.
metaphorically
No.
and literally, as like slander. It's childish, Amber, which I don't expect anything different at this point for you, because I really do believe that Amberlynn
An
has the
orange lady
mentality
cat.
of a like
Well, your first problem is you
child.
have an orange cat.
But still,
gross jokes and just the literal disgust of it all. Like, I'm here for you guys. Yes, the Let's Talk videos is going to be very much like rumor based.
actually, she is. Of course, she has a whole segment that's just going to be towards the haters. But let's be honest, Amber, you're not here for the support and love. You're here because you ain't got no other way to make monies. You ain't got no other way to put a roof over your head and pay for
Between
your
you and
orange
the zombies
chicken and
and
takeout
Amber.
and all your other stuff and your hordes of earrings, yet we couldn't find a cute pair of green ones.
Come on, you.
That's what we're here for. So let's just be honest with the
gonna skip
circumstances.
a little.
It's okay to get out of someplace at like a moment's notice. She wouldn't be able to. Isn't that crazy? If like there was like an evacuation where like low-key, Amber, I ain't trying to have hair that looks like yours. Respectfully.
Big. I got this like big bag of masks.
That's good.
I got this off of Amazon because I always wanted to protect myself and others. But oh my god, that was hectic.
And it looks like she used one from it. Amber, you so silly. You really silly out here.
Are orange
Also, there ain't no
cats
way she's feeling
always
anything with
male or
four,
supposed to be male? Because I've
White Claws.
had
At that
two
point,
orange
that's just hydration.
females
You know, like
now.
there's a lot of mass to be getting through with Amberlynn. So, I mean, maybe her liver's just shit, so it's just not, you know, she ain't feeling any of it. I don't know, but crazy.
See, I genuinely, I don't know, I just wanted a little buzz, if you will. It's been a minute. I have clothes I have to put away. My prayer just reminded me of, I need to put something important. I also had a little snack on there, plus a little tea. I have carrots and salami, mozzarella cheese with a dip. Some of this, which these chips are so good.
She truly does not understand her involvement and her impact on anything around her. It's so wild to me.
These on lids, and then I need to put handles on actual pots. It's a lot. And then that big box over there is for the go kitchen stuff I'm getting rid of. So I also have to do nice stuff.
I'm like, oh my god, Amber, you do not be cooking like that. Shut the fuck up. Girl, I'm blaming the forest fires on you, Amber. Solely on you. Not
Gotcha.
really, but still.
20% of oranges are female. Good to know.
So I was like, well, I don't feel good, so let's do it now. Like, my brain is not working. But literally it's so cute.
Huh.
I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed.
I don't understand why she started doing that while she's drunk. I've watched that video, not this one, that video twice now. Because I was like, am I going to react to the entire thing or am I just going to pick out the juicy bits? So I still haven't decided yet. Orange females are possible, only 25%. Yeah, so I've had two female orange ones. And like, my mom's got a male ginger that we thought was a female at first. So we named it Agnes. And now, what is his name? George. So Agnes became George. And he is just like, he's so cute. But yeah. Amber's responsible for Smokey Bear being busy. She has to leave the house for that to happen. Oh. Oh, that's why she's bugging me, because it's 7. She wants her dinner. She has food, though. Don't get me wrong. She has a whole bowl full of food. She just wants her wet food. So, that food is no longer good food. I liked Captain America, I'm not gonna lie. Both Torty and a Calico. Wait, aren't those the same thing? Abner. Oh, man, that's a good one. Why didn't I think of Abner? This is kind of idiot witch. He certainly looks like it in the picture she sends me.
So for the sake of repeating myself, here's the clip. Hello. Okay, so today is March 8th, and I have...
Y'all, I lost my sympathy bone. I only think about that now when I see this costume. It's the... I forgot. Mike was out. No, it's not Mike. It's the Sully. It's the Sully costume that Tor put out. Whenever I see this now, I just think about her being a bitch to the narc alert, which I think that channel has its own problems.
Yours has a red bow tie? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I just think, I can't find my sympathy bone.
Like, pretty good news, in my opinion. I do want to give you an update on therapy. So when I was first looking for a therapist, I was looking for a DBT therapist because DBT therapy is like the #1 type of therapy for people with BPD. I found the therapist.
Yeah, see, I definitely want to comment on this section, which is why I skipped to it. But I think if I don't do anything, I will at least comment on this part because she's already quit with the therapist that recommended the workbooks to her, who was supposed to be able to do both forms of therapy that she wanted to have done, but now suddenly can't do either form of them, or can only do one, and it's not the one she wants to do. But now she's instantly got another appointment with a therapist who is a specialist in the other form of therapy. And honestly, if she really is talking to therapists, which I'm still not convinced, she's got to be on something like BetterHelp or BetterHelp if she's jumping therapists this fast, because she doesn't have insurance, so she's not using her network. So how is she finding these therapists? Like, the lady I go to, it took me 6 months to find her. And yeah, and that was, and the lady I saw before her, that one took me like 4 months because I was shopping around on my own because I don't have a network. But the internet, yeah, her followers recommended the book to her. Pardon me. You guys are talking about just a calico. Calico is Torty lack the orange. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's funny. Got a redhead moving in with me. That's funny. She's too weak for EMDR. Anyways, it doesn't suit her personality, and she needs to stay a victim for her past. Can you imagine her doing EMDR? Yeah, and then there's that. Like, don't you have to do EMDR in person? There's like physical. There's a physical component to it, isn't there? Gotcha. So if it has orange, then it's a calico. If it doesn't, then it's a torty. Gotcha. Anyway, I'm just, her timeline. There's a sliding scale fee and apps that allow you to work with a therapist, but you have to pay out of pocket if your insurance doesn't cover it, or you have no insurance. I mean, both of the therapists I've seen since I moved here, they both had a sliding scale as well because, again, paying out of pocket. But yeah, she's got to be using an app or something because she's just jumping way too fast between therapists. I mean, unless it's something like, and it could be, let's pretend like for a minute she's not lying because it's possible. Let's pretend like the therapist that she is seeing, who she thought was supposed to be an expert on the DMT therapy, the one she's going to be doing, maybe they have maybe they recommended this person to her, and DBT, thank you. Yeah, but the DBT is more of a workbooky kind of a thing. She'll love that just because it's a workbook. That's the only reason why she bought those books. She's not going to do them, but she loves a workbook. I've noticed that too, Ruby Skies. She doesn't know the difference between therapist, psychiatrist, and psychologist. Yeah. Yeah. Because I think she's in here, she says something like, I've also got to get a psychiatrist, or she says the wrong one because she needs to go get a prescription, which she's not going to take. You guys talking about your cats? All right. As you have seen, I am being demanded for the foods, and I should probably go make some food of my own. Sorry the zombies weren't as entertaining. I should have drove myself all the way over to the damn lake to begin with. And then started off from there. But I didn't think it would take that long to drive over there. Lipothiase. Oh, you guys talking about Anna. So anyway, I think we did a lot here. I think we covered some ground. I just kind of wanted to look at some reactors, who I enjoy, and then check out Science and Sass. We'll come back to it. I think I'd rather look at one where she's on camera, because I know she does FaceTime. I think I'd rather watch that, just because I feel like it'd be slightly more interesting. But it was very driving challenge, yes. You didn't get to use your wrench today. I have a really well-behaved chat, though. I think I have a really well-behaved chat. EMDR saved your life. Yeah, I mean, I've heard good things about it. I don't have any problems with it. Chicken and potatoes. I haven't done it. I have an acquaintance that did it, which is why I'm like, don't you have to, like, there's like a physical component to it. Dude, you drive so well. I mean, that's why I gave you shit every time you hit something. And here I am playing pinball off these damn trees. So you can start acting up. There you go. You can take one of Idiot Witch's comments or something. She volunteers as tribute. Wrenches, you guys crack me up. But yeah, I think we went over enough stuff. I think this was, I don't know. All right, but here's the thing. If there's something that the chat would like to see in the upcoming lives or anything, you guys are always welcome to, you guys are always welcome to leave me suggestions down below. I'm more than happy to consider it. Well, I'm glad you had fun. Good. And yeah, so, because I'm getting distracted at this point too, so I know I need to go eat. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for things you'd like to see or do, if there's a game maybe you guys want me to play, I'll look into it if it's not too expensive. We'll do that. But always, you know, and since we're going to be going into the fat acceptance stuff, like if there's channels or something you might want me to look at, as long as it's family friendly, obviously, well, I'd like to check that stuff out too. But again, the lives are for you guys, so if there's something you guys would like to see, you guys being the audience, if there's something you guys would like to see during the lives, I'm more than happy to give it a shot. So yeah, you've been fighting with my mods, so. What? Oh, and there's a link to the Discord if you guys want to come join. And assuming Amber does go live tonight, maybe we'll see you there. Little Nightmares is awesome. Oh, Little Nightmares. I've seen that one. I don't know. I'd like to try it, but I feel like the way that the camera angles in it, I feel like that one's really going to screw with me. But all right, I don't have an emoji for people. I guess if you've made it this far, put a monster because of the shirt down in the comments section just to prove you were here. And just keeping the mods entertained. Yes, thank you. Thank you for being the mod distraction. Better driver. I think I'm just going to drive my ass to the lake and then see if I can't build a bridge to the island. And I'll just show you guys my beautiful island, assuming I can get there. It's like watching people play Minecraft. But there's that. All right. I love you guys. Well, as much as I love anything, but I'm going to go. I think Megan Ann's commentary videos. Yeah, that's kind of why I stopped watching Megan Ann, actually, Mariah. But I can watch the Megan Ann stuff. Megan Ann. Yes. I can watch some stuff from Megan Ann on lives if you guys would like. And that's definitely a possibility. So, bump. But yes, my poor car. Look at this poor thing. I would like to point out, when I started this stream, there was no crack in the windshield, and I hadn't dented up the front of this car. All of this has been this stream, and it's all been me running into trees. Just want to point this out. Be happy you're not a passenger in this car. But, all right, everybody. I'll see everybody later. There should be a new video up for everybody tomorrow at noon, and there is a members video up right now. Well, it's a video available to members, so I will see everybody later. Bye! As soon as I remember how to log off. Bye! Nope, that's not the right one. Okay, for real now. Bye!